Hi everybody and welcome along to another AFTV live stream special. Arsenal's pre-match tour in the US. This is the, what game are we on now? The third game. And we're very much looking forward to it. We know there's been a delay. We're not quite sure the reason of the delay, but what we do know is we are in the house. Let me first start by introducing our guests tonight. To my far left, we've got one of my favourite AFTV people, Dan Potts in the house. We've also got to my immediate left, the super fan, Ty in the house.
Big up, Ty.
All right, thank you very much, AFTV, for interviewing. That's afterwards, inviting me.
No problem at all. And to my right, we've got Jack making his second appearance on the couch tonight. How's everybody doing? Everyone looking forward to this game?
How are you?
Awake, Ty. That's what I'm saying, awake. We're awake, that's a good thing.
Like I said, there's been a delay. We're expecting the game to start about 6 minutes past 4. Quite why it's 6 minutes past 4, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure why there's a delay, but I do know that the game will be going ahead, so please be patient. Let's start off by having the teams read out. Jack's going to do that for us.
It's a weird one. So Ramsdale's in goal, obviously.
Okay.
White at right back, Saliba, Gabriel. Timber at left back.
Interesting.
For some reason. Party DM, the pivot of Havertz and Odegaard is like the 2-8s, and then Saka, Jesus, Trossard. So what I'd expect, pretty much, other than maybe Timber left back, no Rice on the bench, and no Balogun on the bench.
No Rice on the bench?
No Rice on the bench, no Balogun.
Interesting.
So they're not included at all.
There has been some a story
on the
going around about Balogun. Actually, we were speaking about it off air. I think it was the Athletic were reporting it, that Balogun was training by himself, and that led some people to suggest that there might have been some kind of falling out or some kind of disciplinary. Now, listen, I'm not going to speculate too much, but it is kind of weird to find out that he was training by himself. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, I do fear for the future of Balogun. I do wonder if he wants to leave Arsenal for first team football. And if he does, that's fine. We can't keep a player that doesn't want to be here. I think we could try and get some good money for him because he's young and he's promising. It'd be a shame because I'd like to see him in a run in the team and have an Arsenal shirt on him for a few games. But we haven't seen much of him, Laurie, and it's a strange one for me. There's rumours that he's got a knock and he might be injured coming in, but I'm not sure I buy that, if I'm honest. I think there's the rumours of him wanting to leave, I think, are probably more true.
Yeah, it does sound a strange one. And, well, yeah, I mean, maybe we shouldn't say too much because we don't want to fuel unnecessary speculation, but it did strike me as quite strange, Ty. He's not training with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I agree exactly with Dan. Listen, I hope he does stay because, I think he deserves a run and would like to keep him, but we never know what's happening.
If I'm correct, you did say that Rice is not even on the bench.
Yeah, which is...
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I mean, because like it's pre-season, you can have as many people on the bench as you want.
Yeah.
So if he was fit, you'd assume he'd be on there. And
that sounds like he may have had a knock in training, maybe, and they're trying to protect him.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's there. Like everyone's sort of seen him there. So it seems strange to me that he's not involved.
But you would have thought that the whole idea of these pre-season friendlies is to get these guys minutes.
Yeah.
If the season
get him up to speed.
Slightly less than 3 weeks away. It's a bit strange.
But Havertz, the Havertz Odegaard, 2 again. Not.
Interesting. Okay, can we hear the Barcelona team?
Oh, let me find it. I'll be with you.
Okay, in the meantime...
The Havertz and Odegaard one, I don't know, that needs to work for me. I need to see this working with Havertz now. Because there's been a couple of games, isn't there, where people are suggesting it's not really been his best performance and it's only pre-season, so we need to see a better game from him today.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, Dan, who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight, now that we know that Declan Rice is out? I mean,
so Timber for me, because I've been a big fan of the signing. I've only seen glimpses of him over in Holland. I'm not going to be naive enough to say I'm an expert over there in the Dutch league, but what I will say is that I think on the ball he's comfortable, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be doing today. It looks like he's got the nod ahead of Kieran Tierney again, which is a strange one, but he looks like he can do a job there, so I'm looking forward to seeing Timber, man.
Ty, is there anyone you especially looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, I was hoping for a Mario, but I don't even think he's on the bench, isn't he? Is he on the bench? Mario Cosio Dubry.
No, he's on the substitute.
Yeah, he's on the
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing him. But obviously, like Dan said, I'm looking forward to seeing Ewan. And obviously, like Dan said, I agree with him again. The fact that I'm surprised that Kieran is not getting any kind of game time.
Well, I'm surprised that Kieran Tierney is still there, if I'm being honest.
Well, listen.
There was a lot of speculation towards the end of last season that he might be on his way.
Yeah, but that's just
To be
rumours,
fair,
isn't it?
though, I've not seen any him being linked to any
No.
clubs,
Well, it was
which is
Newcastle
good for
early
me because I
doors.
want him to stay.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
with Newcastle last season, wasn't he?
Newcastle early doors, that seems to have died
Yeah,
down
that
now.
seems to have petered
I,
out.
I hope he stays at
Me
Arsenal.
too.
as well.
I really like him, but
Me
Yeah.
too.
everyone
Yeah,
knows that.
yeah.
But I just feel like
No, I'm with you on that, bro. Me and you have said this all along. I actually prefer him to Zinchenko because
Really?
maybe, yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm old school in a lot of the way I think about football. Hopefully not too old school, but to me, you do what it says on the tin. If you're a defender, then I expect you to defend. And if you're asking me who's a better defender, Zinchenko or Tierney, then for me it's Tierney all day.
yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
fair enough. But then,
Not to say that you can't mix and match and try alternative options and bring in Zinchenko and everyone talks about this inverted role. But to me, I'm a big fan of Tierney, and I'd like to see him get more minutes. Right, okay then. So let's talk about the pre-season tour so far. So
Do you want the Barca team quickly? Sorry. Do you want the Barcelona team?
yeah,
before we
please.
get going?
Yeah.
Just bear with me. They've done this. You know where they put it in number order rather than
Instead of the formation order.
Yeah. So you have to bear with me when everyone's all over the place. You got Ter Stegen, Dest, Araujo, Pedri, Lewandowski, Gundogan, Christensen, Ez Abdi, Marcus Alonso, Oriol Romeu, and Rafinha. And most of their big hitters on the bench.
There's a couple of names that we're familiar
Yeah,
with.
like your De Jongs and your Gavi, Dembele on the bench, but Oriol Romeu.
Yeah, that's a blast.
a blast from the past, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Gundogan.
Marcus Alonso, yeah, Gundogan,
Marcus Alonso.
Lewandowski. So
But Christensen and Alonso at the back. Come on. Saka should have a field day here. Come
Let's
on.
hope so.
Let's hope so, man.
But I mean, Barcelona were they champions of Spain
Of
last
course.
year?
They were,
They're
yeah.
on the up and up since Xavi took over. Promises to be a good game, and let's be honest. Our pre-season so far. Dan, what do you make of it so far? We had the game against the MLS All Stars, smoked them without really getting out of second gear, but then come up against United. And I personally thought we were disappointed in that game. I know people say, yeah, it's only a pre-season friendly, blah, blah, blah. But we lost, and let's be honest, man, we didn't really do ourselves justice in that game. I know the manager, he spoke after the game, you could see he was disappointed. What was you saw the game, Dan, what did you think?
Yeah, I have been disappointed actually. A lot of the people that I speak to say it's only pre-season, calm down. No one's having a meltdown as far as I'm concerned. But what I will say is that you can't sit there and say it's only pre-season and then say, oh, but I'd rather see the X, Y, Z. There's got to be, you want to be winning, right? Everybody wants to win every single game of football, whether it's a friendly, whether it's the final, you want to win. So I think for me, there's been some experimenting clearly in the midfield that I think is going to take some time, which I would say is fairly concerning. What I'm praying and hoping is that we know what that midfield is going to be come the first game, and I'm hoping it's going to be Partey, Rice and Erdegaard.
Party's back in there today. So.
That's interesting for me. It's died down about the rumours of him as well. In terms of the performances, I thought we were really good against the MLS All-Stars. I think that although they were pretty poor opposition, in my opinion, all the goals were taken really well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Which I was really impressed with. Obviously, we had the behind doors friendly with Watford. We had Nuremberg as well, which the results weren't going our way, but I didn't look at those games and think, wow, but I also didn't look and think we were shambolic. The Man United one was disappointing because of the goals we conceded. I'm looking at Aaron Ramsdale and thinking he needs to do better for the first goal, and I think he'll be disappointed with that. Gabriel's defending was poor, if I'm honest, for the second as well. And if I'm honest, Manchester United with a side that weren't full strength dominated in the first 20 minutes or so, and it killed the game off. And we had a strong side out there, Laurie. So I think today we need to bounce back, man.
No, I agree. Listen, when we had the corresponding pre-season games last year and we performed really well, highlighted by the game against Chelsea, you saw the positive vibes that flowed from that. And when we saw the way we performed in that game, everyone was looking forward to the season saying, listen, man, these guys were on it. So, and everybody was waxing lyrical, weren't they? So you can't then have it both ways. You can't say, oh, it's only a pre-season friendly
I
when we
agree.
lose, and then, you know what I mean? Listen, obviously the result is not of mega importance, but I would argue that when you're looking at pre-season games, you're looking for the performances, you're looking at the combinations, and stuff like that, and it just wasn't happening in the Man United game. Ty, I know you
Yes.
had some thoughts about that United game, didn't you? You weren't happy
Yeah.
with some of the challenges.
No, I'm not. And then
You even went as far as to say that you're not in favour of playing Premier League teams in pre-season.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because of that, because that's what happens. You know you're going to face them. The thing is, we've played Manchester United. I think somebody said to Robbie was saying on the Bias show, was saying that Manchester United have showed everything they have. We haven't. That's a good point. Because we know what to expect when we come up against them. But no, because...
But what does that mean, though? Man, you know, I mean, we should be showing what we've got, shouldn't we?
Not really. Because
No?
Manchester United, no, because when it comes to the Premier League now, it's a different thing. Because I expect us to go there. When I say expect us, I should.
Yeah, but was you saying that after the Chelsea game?
I don't
last
say
year when we
arrogant.
beat them
What's that?
so easily, and the vibes were so positive.
No, I wasn't saying
You
that.
weren't saying pre-season friendlies don't matter then, right?
No, but I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm agreeing with Dan. I'm not saying it don't matter because, like you said, it can't work both ways. Either they matter or they don't. I think they do matter. But what I'm saying is that we know what to expect with Manchester United. That is how they're going to play. That's how they played when they cheated to beat us at Old Trafford last season, when Martinez was kicking Gabriel J all over the place. So what I'm saying is that they've shown what they had, whereas we didn't show what we've got. Because there's a lot more to come. Because I don't expect us.
I hope so.
No, definitely. Because I don't expect us to play like that again in the real game. But what I'm saying is that when you play against other Premier League teams, they can try to take your players out, which I keep on saying. I must sound like a broken record. When we played in the Mind series, Thomas Partey got taken out by Chelsea. And he missed a lot of the season. Because they knew they were going to play us. They took him out. So, no, I'm not. I think you shouldn't play your rivals.
Sandro Martinez has gone in on Bellingham's ankle
Exactly.
tonight as well.
Look at
bad,
it.
apparently.
Because
you
didn't
know
get
what he's
sent off.
like. He's the butcher, they call him, don't they? He's going to go in hard every game.
But he
and
should have got sent off.
it's one of those, man.
Martinez
Why is
is a man that's on the record as saying he likes to hurt his opponents.
Yeah, but that's
so
really,
pretty
but that
much
is the
tells you.
most disgusting thing a footballer can ever say. He's not a boxer, is he?
Right, let me just read out Super Chat. I would imagine there's going to be a few coming your way today, so
Really?
be prepared for it.
Prepared
It's from
for what?
TB. He says, Ty,
Next.
let me finish.
No, it's true. Next.
You don't know what he said yet.
I'm just saying next.
At least let me read it
Obviously,
out.
shops are available.
Right, Ty, I hope you show a lot more
Next.
class. You've got to let me read it out, please. Ty, I hope you show a lot more class after this game compared to the last game. As
Next.
men, we have to set the example for the next generation.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Well,
basically saying he wants you to lose with a bit more grace.
well, then first of all, before you start trying to preach to me, what team do you support? And I always show class. I always show class, but I also say what I think. You tell me a time when I'm showing class. Thank you, Dan. You're lucky because I was going to say next. Next, obviously, other shops are available.
Right, okay. No Eddie in the starting lineup today.
No,
And,
no
before-
following in the squad as well.
Yeah, well, we talked about Balogun already, but I was going to talk about Eddie for a couple of minutes. I think Eddie will be hoping for some minutes today because I think he needs a good game. He played
He does.
in the last game. He did have a very good opportunity, which he didn't take.
Yeah.
Let's start with Dan, because I know you've got some thoughts on Eddie.
I have got thoughts on Eddie. I like everything about Eddie's personality. I love the fact that he's
I can
come
see
through
a
the
butt
ranks.
coming there.
There is a butt coming. He gives 110%. He's intense. He gives energy. But sometimes you see enough evidence at the age of 23, a player who's been given a lot of chances, to know that we need better. And I do worry that if Gabriel Jesus was to get a long-term injury, like he's had already, that Eddie would be the guy to come in. Now, the last time he did come in, he scored some good goals, to be fair to Eddie. I just think he misses a lot of chances. Now, Jesus is fairly wasteful, but he brings so much more to the game, and he does score goals as well. So for me, there's a massive drop-off between Jesus and Eddie Nketiah. And I look at the chance he missed against Manchester United. In the friendly. I kind of think that sums him up, if I'm honest. I think we need better. If there was a team to come in and offer us certain money for Eddie Nketiah, even if it's like 20, to 25 million that some people are saying is not enough, I would consider it because I feel that could be put towards someone who could be a lot better. It looks like Balogun's probably going to go. If we was to sell both of them and get good money for young English talent, I'd be looking to go and get another centre forward. But in terms of Eddie today, he is with us. I think he will stay with us. I think Arteta likes him, and he's put him on 100k for a reason, which means he's going to now. That's the other thing. If teams are coming in, they're going to have to give him 120k a week. Are they going to want to do that? So
there was some talk that
Palace, I heard.
Yeah,
Palace are the ones that are interested. So
you'd sell him, would you?
I would sell Eddie Nketiah.
Would?
I would sell him, yeah. And then some people might think that's harsh, but I personally feel like we're going for a title, and I don't think Eddie Nketiah is the guy, if I'm honest.
Ty, Eddie Nketiah?
Yeah, I'd personally keep him. I wouldn't sell him because I think he can be important. I'd keep following him as well, but I'd still get another striker because I think we've got so many games. You know, I want him to stay. I think he can be important for us. Maybe as an impact player, possibly, but I want him to stay. I'd buy another striker though as well.
Yeah, you know what? It's a difficult one with Eddie because I do take on board what both of you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I think, let's rewind to the other night. That chance, in a lot of ways, did sum Eddie up. It wasn't the easiest of chances.
No.
But what did disappoint me was that he didn't hit the target. And I do hear what Dan is saying as well, is that there is a bit of a drop-off at the moment anyway between Jesus and Eddie. So if for whatever reason Jesus is either injured, not on form, whatever, Eddie coming in, you just get that impression that the disparity is quite large.
I'd actually rather play Trossard ahead of Nketiah there.
Yeah,
I would.
There's a few people that said that.
I think he plays that role well. And actually, I have to say it, he got Player of the Month in March. I didn't really see him again, did we, in April? And he was playing there. I think he got a hat-trick of assisting in the first half of Fulham away. He was fantastic for us, and he scored some really important goals. Brilliant signing in January, and I felt like he could have continued in that mould. I know Jesus came back, but I felt like, for me, there's enough evidence to suggest that he's more effective than Eddie in that role.
Because I'm going to bring you in a minute, by the way, Jack. I see the problem is that we need a striker, man, because as good as Jesus is, you touched on it, Dan, as good as he is, he's not what I would call a prolific goal scorer. He's certainly not been, even when he was at Man City. And, you know, so far he's not been with us. Don't get me wrong, he's an excellent player. He brings a lot to the team. However, he's not a Harry Kane type guy or Erling Haaland or people like that. You cannot guarantee 20 plus Premier League goals from a season from it. So that way, you have to look at other guys who can bridge that gap. And Eddie so far has shown that he's not quite up to it. Now, I would have liked Balogun to have been given an opportunity, but that's starting to look a bit forlorn. I think we need a striker, man. I really do.
I really feel like there's an opportunity for us to look at a different profiled striker as well. A lot of people are talking about who. That's a great question because there's not many number 9s about. Unless you're going to have got money and you're going to go for Osimhen. Harry Kane, he's not coming Arsenal.
No.
So you're going to be looking at the options of maybe Ramos over in Benfica, Vlahovic over in Juventus, or Ivan Toney is not going to be available till January. So there's not.
He would have been my preferred option. Actually.
I agree with you, and I wouldn't even rule out the fact that, do you know what, if Brentford were interested, I'd be more than happy to allow Balogun or Eddie to go there if that would allow Tony to come back, even if we had to wait till January.
What about this one as a one from left field that might have cropped up? Mitrovic. We're hearing he's unsettled at Fulham.
Do you reckon, Ty?
I think that's a money thing, though.
Yeah.
He's going Saudi, isn't he?
I think
so.
I think he'd be a good option.
I do actually.
Because he's a different type of striker than what we've got.
He's the one that you could play it up to. He could hold it up. He'd be more direct. But I think it's a money thing.
Do you think it's worth Arsenal making a call and saying, "Oh, we're hearing that Mitrovic might be"?
The thing is,
even if he's Saudi bound and a club like Arsenal come in for him, if you're Mitrovic, you might be thinking, "Oh, you know what? That sounds like a interesting proposition. A team that's going to be challenging for the title, Fulham, Champions League football."
Exactly.
Because if Fulham are like, right, we're resigned to losing him, they're going to go Saudi come on, give us the money.
Yeah.
Whereas of Arsenal, I don't think they're going to want to strengthen a London rival. I mean, listen, Fulham are no big rivals to Arsenal.
To
but
us,
you get
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do feel like that would be an option. A lot of people would laugh at that as well, by the way, because I've had this conversation before, and people have gone, "Really, we need better than him." Yeah, we'd like better than him, but my point is there ain't many number 9s out there
No,
that I look at that are realistic at the moment.
He'd be a good option. He'd be a very good option.
Yeah, I think he would.
Right, I said I was going to bring Jack in. So we've been
Dominic.
talking about our striking options or lack thereof, and we're saying that we feel the striking options need to be addressed. First of all, do you agree, or do you agree that, or do you think that Eddie is capable of fulfilling that role?
No, I don't think he is, to be honest. I mean, I'll give you a blunt answer. It's just, like you said earlier, having someone different is nice. It's a good option to have, bring a big man on if you're losing. Like with Giroud. If everything,
Olivia,
if everything goes wrong, lob the big man in. But it's just like, everything I'm seeing in Nketiah is just Jesus, but a bit worse. So it's like he's not as viable. Like I always looked at him and was like, Eddie's not going to get involved in build-up as much. He's going to stay in the box, and if we do all the work, he's a good poacher. So then when I'm seeing him miss these chances, I'm thinking, what do you offer? If we were doing everything for him and he wasn't really getting involved in build-up and he was just pressing, picking up on mistakes at the back and then finishing chances and tap-ins, and I'd be fair enough, you're an option. But when you're not being that clinical, lethal striker, then it's sort of, where's your ceiling? Like, I think put him somewhere like maybe Crystal Palace, where they play with 2 strikers, when he's just bouncing off someone else, knockdowns, flick-ons, rebounds. I think he'd do well, but I just don't think his ceiling is maybe at Arsenal.
Interesting. Got a super chat here from BB. He says, Ty, don't let those idiots get to you. Dan, I enjoy your 12-man podcast. Let's go, guys. No sleep along. I can guarantee there won't be any sleeping from me.
Who's that?
This from BB.
Thank you very much, BB.
Double shot.
Thank you,
espresso.
BB.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you following my pod as well. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
very good stuff by Dan there, as usual. On a similar note, Pluggy Steel, he sent a super chat in. He says, don't sleep in the studio, guys.
Next.
Mind you, it's quite late. But listen, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I'm dosed up on the caffeine. These guys looking
got a
nice and lively and fresh.
double
So
shot espresso.
I think we'll be all right.
All right.
Another super chat here. This might be intuitive. He's saying what I was thinking, which is that Rice may have an injury. He's saying that Rice has got a tight calf injury, possibly left out as a precaution.
Yeah.
Better to get minor injuries in pre-season than the Premier League.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, I did think that might be the case. Obviously, we don't know for sure. I'm sure Twitter will have something to say about it. But it did, from when I saw the lineup, saw that he wasn't even in the list of substitutes. It did start to cross my mind that he might be injured. So I'm not surprised to see this.
Can you believe it? The first thing that West Ham fans said to me, he's never injured, Rice.
Yeah, never injured. Never missed a game. Same with
That's true.
Partey. I don't think Partey had ever missed a game for Atletico, or he'd missed a couple of weeks in like 6 years, and he's sort of done half a season. Since
For some reason, we seem to be cursed by injuries at Arsenal. But I mean, the club are doing the right thing. If he has got a tight calf,
Leave him
then it
out.
makes
Yeah,
sense to
absolutely.
rest him, because having paid so much money for him, and he's going to be a pivotal part of what we want to do next season.
Yeah.
We don't want to risk him.
No.
Season's just less than 3 weeks away now, so
Yeah.
it's getting there. So yeah, thanks for that, Ame. If you are right, then yeah, that's an interesting development.
Yeah.
Another super chat here from Thomas Adidej. He says, I hope my bro Ty don't fall asleep.
Next. I hope you
Well,
don't.
you
I
got
hope
the
you don't fall
opportunity to
asleep.
prove them wrong.
But I
by
hope
not
you don't
falling
fall.
asleep.
But I hope you don't fall asleep. That's all I got to say. And who says I was asleep?
While we're talking about Rice as well, sorry. I
go on.
was having a conversation with my mate earlier, saying about him being a captain in the future. What are your guys' sort of takes on that? Because I've seen people saying that in a couple of years he'll grow into this leader, so he should be captain. But I'm also in the mindset of you can't just take it off Odegaard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with
It'd be like
you
a
on
dilemma.
that. I really like everything Declan Rice represents in terms of his leadership, but I don't think Arteta's going to take that captain's armband off of Martin Odegaard. But he'd be a great vice, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
and there's going to be opportunities for him to wear the armband.
Do we still have a vice, or are we that leadership group?
It's
sort of
Gabriel
having
J.
5?
As far as I know, Gabriel Jesus is the vice captain.
Well, Gabriel Jesus captained the team the other day, didn't he? In MLS All Stars.
We did go to that leadership group sort of thing, didn't we? We used to have like
That's
a
right,
family
yeah,
and
that's
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Arsenal.
You are right, yes.
Captain's thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
he's-
yeah, no,
I
you're
know
right. You're right.
Arteta's one of those people who believe on having a lot of leaders on the pitch. So I think in terms of the captaincy, Rice will have to bide his time. It does look, though, that in the long term, even though Odegaard is still very young himself. In fact,
Yeah.
Odegaard's younger than Rice.
Yeah, he actually is. I think he is. 23 and Rice
unbelievable.
is 24, is that right? Yeah.
But I don't see the manager making any changes in terms of the captaincy just yet. But,
No.
you know, there will be games when Odegaard, for whatever reason, doesn't play. And I would imagine that it will be Rice or maybe even Jesus who takes the captain's armband for those games. Right, another super chat here from Ayu. She says, irrespective of our performance against Man United, anyone noticed the magician Odegaard has been, absolutely brilliant. He's been giving Verkamp vibes.
That's high praise.
Yeah, exactly.
That
That's
is
I must
high
admit, I
praise.
didn't really see that in a game against Man United, though. Did you?
Well, he's the one that created the chances. He's ball for kite. They should have scored. And I think he.
Yeah, but did you think he had? I don't think any Arsenal player had a particularly great game.
No, he was
against
all right.
Man
He was all
United.
right. He was all right. That's like.
Am I being unkind?
I think
That's high
Partey
praise.
and Tierney, I think you could tell when they'd come on, it looked for me, but yeah, you're right. There's not. I don't really understand why we have to compare our current players to our old players.
Which
as
is very.
well.
Which
Like,
is
I
different.
love the fact that she likes Odegaard, and I've got a lot of time for Odegaard. I think he's class, but he's not Bergkamp, is he? And like,
No one is,
it's
except
like,
Dennis.
Aubameyang, oh, we've got another Henry. No, we ain't. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Never will.
they're top class players, but these were world class legends. Do you know what I mean?
Legends in the
Do you know
form.
what I
There's
mean?
a long way to go.
Long way to go before I put Bergkamp in and Odegaard in the same category for me.
Well, listen, Laurie, you say a long way to go. If they can get half as good, then they've made it. Because they're legends in the Hall of Flame. Fame.
Hall of Flame.
They're legends. Look at Flame. Wasn't that Dowsing? He's Street Fighter.
Another super chat here from Ozef says, will she wear yellow ribbon this May? Meaning, will the title be coming our way?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I mean, can't you be a bit more definitive in that?
Hopefully, because we don't know what's going to happen, do we?
No,
And
we don't.
We can't afford to start talking about what we haven't done. So hopefully.
What's acceptable for Arsenal this season? I've seen Robbie did a thing.
trophy, man.
Robbie did a thing on AFTV, and I think someone said fourth is the bare minimum. I saw a few people saying.
It's the bare
surely
minimum.
it's got, is it
Challenging for me is the bare
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think bare minimum.
And when I say
No, yeah,
challenging,
true,
I mean it's got to be a serious challenge.
we
similar
got
to
to
like-
win a trophy, man. We got to win a trophy for me and a challenge, yeah.
And we got to have a good run in the Champions League as well.
Yes, hopefully.
I mean, listen, when you spent the amount of money that we spent, which is good, don't get me wrong, we love that, but there does come with that expectation.
Yeah.
And
There's
especially
pressure.
as well
There's
after
pressure.
last season when let's face it, we gave City a pretty good argument. The fans' expectations this season will be as such that I think even say we was to win a FA Cup and not do much else, I don't think that's acceptable either.
Really?
I think
it will save the season, but I'm kind of with you. Well, it depends where we finish in the league. If we're coming seventh or something, then of course it's not. But I think if we're challenging and we win an FA Cup, that will save him. I think that there's a lot of pressure for Mikel Arteta to win something this season. There is, and there should be. This is Arsenal.
Exactly.
You know,
And
we're
not
not
only
Wigan
that-
Athletic. This is a massive club. You know what I mean?
you often see, and I'm
No
not
disrespect
putting
to Wigan, brother.
you often see, and I
one
don't
guy
want to
in the
put a
comments.
curse on him, but with managers, the ante ups when you start to spend money. You often see managers lose their jobs actually when they've spent a lot of money and the results on the pitch have not met those expectations. The clubs tend to just cut that cord, man. They say,
Well, I
that's
th- I
it.
think he got-
Hopefully, we don't want that to happen. That's not going to happen.
No,
But
it's not
hey,
gonna happen,
I'm
no.
just highlighting the weight of expectation for next season.
Yeah.
The trophies are important, aren't they? I think he sort of got credit in the bank with the FA Cup
winning
when
the
he
FA Cup,
first
yeah.
came. So
Yeah.
I think it's sort of
In
the
his
same thing
first
again.
season.
It's that tops you up nicely. As
Yeah.
you know, maybe there's something.
While we're on that, then, so what would be your minimum requirement next season?
To challenge for the league title and win a trophy. That's for
When you
me.
say trophy, the cup's acceptable.
Premier League, of course, and Champions League are the two we're going for. But an FA Cup would be good for me because I love that trophy, man.
Jack?
I love it.
Yeah, the FA Cup's Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, we won it the
It's
most
our
times.
history. It's, Yeah, it's got to be challenged. It doesn't have to be second as such. I think the league position not as much. 'Cause I think there'll be more teams in it this year. I see like your Liverpools and that getting in. But yeah, definitely, I think it's got to be a challenge, pushing them as far as we can, because we don't know how City are going to be. You know, obviously we can assume that City are going to be the one running away with it again, but there's nothing to say that.
I'm not sure if they will this season.
Yeah,
I seen you saying that the other day on.
I don't think they will as well.
I think that this season is going to be more
different.
competitive than last season, and I don't just mean for the top 2 places. I think right throughout the league. I think it's going to be competitive.
Their Mahrez replacement is going to be a massive thing for them.
Gundogan as well. Okay, you know that they got
Kovacic
coming in, but
Kyle
big
Walker
shoes to fill.
Yeah,
Kyle Walker could be leaving
Kyle
as well.
Walker could be gone.
Yeah.
So what would be your minimum requirement time?
Yeah, I agree with what Dan and Jack are saying.
Okay.
To challenge and to at least win a trophy.
Right, got a super chat here from Addis Alex. He says, we react emotionally to things we are not prepared for. Ty, how prepared are you as well as the panel? Win or lose, I won't get hot or cold. Come on, you goons.
I'm always prepared. I'm always prepared for the team. And I'll always back to whatever happens. I'll always back the team and give them my support 100%. I'm always prepared. Always prepared, whatever happens. As long as we are together, we're all as one. I mean, the players, the backroom staff, the manager, the club, the fans, as long as we are all together and as one and pushing in the right direction, in the same direction, there's nothing that we can't achieve as long as we are as one.
Agreed. Super chat here from Leo. He says, love from Sweden.
Love.
Big up yourself, Leo.
Love,
Enough
Leo.
respect. Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
we're in the red kit. That's nice.
All right.
Oh, we're wearing the red kit. I was told that we were going to be wearing this kit.
Have you got the red kit as well? Have you got the red one?
No, I haven't got the red one yet. I probably will get it. But I must admit, I did like this one from the outset. As soon as I saw it, I thought it looked different.
I could get that. Map of Islington, that is mad.
Yeah,
that is
the
unbelievable.
Map of Islington there. So the players are walking out. We have a game because
Come on.
some of you guys may already know, but Barcelona's previous pre-match friendly was cancelled because of illness. They had a virus affecting a number of players in their team. But they are obviously out there today. Players are making their way out into the pitch. This game takes place in Los Angeles. And I think we're expecting a full stadium. The AFTV guys are out there. Robbie, Cecil,
James,
Turkish,
Lee, Julian.
Also Curtis is out there. So we've got a full team of AFTV people out there.
We didn't mention the most important person who without it wouldn't happen. Robbie. Can you imagine? We should have mentioned him
We've
first.
got to mention the technical team as well, the production staff.
Jason and Ryan.
They're out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're looking at some Arsenal fans in the crowd.
Who knows? Yeah.
I'm wondering the makeup of the crowd. I wonder who will have the majority of the fans. Looking at the pictures, it looks like there'll be more Arsenal fans. But pretty strong team Arsenal have got, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this game. See Trossard there with the silver hair. He had a good game last time out.
Yeah, against the All-Stars.
Yeah.
A different position for him today, though. I think he was playing in the sort of the 8 last time, wasn't he? And now he's going to be back on the left.
And of course, Barcelona have a couple of guys in their team that we're familiar with. Looking at one of them there, Alonso.
A lot of them.
Oriol Romeo, tough tackling, remember him from the Southampton days. They've also got Lewandowski, he's playing today. Phenomenal talent. Getting a little bit older now, but still a very good player.
Yeah.
So this will be a competitive game. And I'm hoping that Arsenal will put in a better performance than they did again in the Man United game when, let's face it, we were disappointed, it has to be said.
Well, Mikel was saying earlier that he thinks their style sort of matches a lot more with ours, so he thinks there's a bit more of a telling game of where we're at sort of tactically, because we're pretty much going to be playing against what we play.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting one.
It will be. It will be. I'm looking forward to it. A couple of super chats
I
here.
don't think we're playing that though. That's an interesting way of depicting a 5-back with Partey in there.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm a little bit disappointed that Declan Rice isn't playing. Obviously, we're hearing that he might be injured. It kind of makes sense because you would have expected him to play in this game, at least some, taking part in some way. But if the fact that he's not even in the matchday squad would seem to suggest.
And
that
then Balogun as well.
The Balogun thing, like I said.
I think that's the team thing.
You think it's a what?
I think that's like he's on his way out, so there's no point sort of wasting wasted minutes.
Could well be. But listen, I'm excited for this game, and I'm not just saying that. I genuinely am. I think we need to bounce back with a performance after the disappointing performance against Man United. So I certainly will be looking forward to this game with keen anticipation, and I'll be looking for some good performances there.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair to Saka, he was one of the few the other day that
Superb.
that did have a good game. Him and Timber played well for. Odegaard was okay. But certainly I'm looking forward to seeing Trossard was decent as well.
Austin's on the bench.
Ramsdale, I think it's fair to say he didn't have one of his better days, did he? He didn't cover himself in glory.
No, not for the first
I think the first goal was definitely, he could lay at his door. Maybe even the second one as well.
Don't know.
Beating at his near post, okay, it was a very good shot, but you know, when keepers are beating at their near post, Jack, people do tend to look at that and think, hey, could he have done better?
Yeah, the second one I'm looking at more Gabriel than I am anyone else. It's one of them ones.
Yeah, it has to be said that Gabriel's
it's one of them ones where it's
defending.
like, you should have saved it, but you shouldn't even have faced a shot in the first place. I think it's a little bit harsh to go in, but the first one.
First one for
You
definitely.
can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to palm it around the post, and it sort of hit his wrist and pinged off into the corner. But
We're looking at William Saliba. He also Saliba.
Saliba. I think it's actually Saliba. I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. You remember, it's called Saliba because of the song of an alcoholic drink which I won't name.
I've never heard anyone call him Saliba.
I have. Alexander did. Do you remember a couple of seasons ago when he was in the dressing room and he said, "Oh, here we have Saliba, Alexander." Like
Right, we're off.
Him, Saliba.
Here we go. Barcelona are playing in a new strip. I've not seen that strip of theirs before. White shirts.
this is nice to see. Arsenal, Barcelona. We're going to
is
get
nice
this
to
here
see.
back in the
Yeah, it's one of those
Champions League,
classic
back with the
games,
big boys
isn't
this season.
Yeah.
And as I was
Just getting
saying
me excited.
earlier, it looks sold out there. There's a big crowd in LA,
He does.
and that's what this game will bring.
Fact, yeah.
A high-profile pre-season friendly, which is good to see.
It is good.
Super chat here from Arsenal RMCF. He says, I think he's talking about Arsenal's expectations for next season. He's saying, for me, that's him, it's second or first, Champions League round of 16 and a long FA Cup run. We need to move forward aggressively.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm not going to disagree with that too much, you know.
No.
I think we need to be challenging. I think we need a decent Champions League run. I mean, I heard some people saying that if we get out of the group stage, that will be sufficient. Not for me.
No.
I think we need to be doing better than that.
I've not looked at it recently, but you know, of the whole like seeding thing, I think we got in the second bracket, so our group should be a little bit easier than maybe we thought it would be. So I'm saying quarterfinals for me. Obviously, unless you get around
Hopefully
Madrid.
that would be.
If you get around Madrid or something in the round of 16, then just
Then,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
you
would say,
wave, you say see you later. We'll focus on the league now. But quarterfinals.
I would
for
say
me.
getting out the group stage is an absolute minimum.
Oh,
Be given.
taking him out there, ref.
Over. That's a yellow card then.
Don't-
Look at this. This is a yellow card. This.
That was blatant.
was.
This is what I'm
Absolutely
saying.
blatant, that was.
No, but he's the
saying.
ref. What's the ref? I don't know what he's
I think
explaining.
they're asking for the sending off. That's what they're
Well,
asking for.
absolutely. Well, look,
He
he's
did,
just.
he did look to be clean through though, didn't he?
And the referee has just ran away. Well, I told. Anyway.
Although to be fair, it's going to take a very brave referee to send off
but-
somebody in a pre-season friendly after 2 minutes.
Okay then. So then, God forbid, if someone breaks his leg or her leg, can they get sent off then? Because I don't know what they're waiting for.
I think for stuff like that, you've got to leave it. Just because I think if you're playing 90 minutes against 10 men in a friendly, neither team's going to learn anything.
Yeah,
But I think the leg breakers, the
Yeah.
Sandro Martin.
I don't think it was
what I'm saying.
malicious. It was a foul.
It wasn't malicious. No one's saying that he should.
Right,
be.
here comes the
Make the
free
most
kick.
from this.
Odegaard.
Oh, well, the guard, what's that?
It's a bit wasteful.
Way too
It's
hard.
a bit wasteful, that.
But on a serious note, you've seen, by the way, Martinez is tackling. If he got sent off against us, he would not be tackling like that against Bellingham.
Yeah,
It's very dangerous.
It sets a precedent. It does.
It does, yeah. It's very dangerous. I'm really worried.
That's what I
The
think.
way you're talking, to, I'll end up with 6 players on the team.
Who? You mean us?
Darren,
No,
well
Barcelona.
done.
Nice one.
Oh no! I just think if it's not sending off, it's got to be at least a yellow. Because even if it's a friendly, it's still a game, isn't it? So, you know,
I think if that would have been a competitive game, when I say competitive game, in one of the leagues, I think that would have been a booking.
but it should be a booking though. If it's not red, it should be a booking.
Nice.
I don't know what team's going to get away with.
Flags up.
The offside? Yeah, I thought he was.
I think already you can see that this game is going to be competitive. You can tell by the challenges.
Look at Martin. Martin is moaning.
Dan, what's your thoughts on that? Like, in terms of competitiveness of these friendlies, Ty's school of thought is that some of the challenges leave a lot to be desired. Do you prefer to see a competitive game, or?
I'm old school, man. I like to see competitive games. I don't mind if people want to, like earlier on when Ty said it, we're going in to hurt players. I don't think people should be going in to injure players. If you're going in hard and you might hurt someone, that's different, right? You go, I felt that one. That's a bit different. Going in to try and break someone's legs is just ridiculous, you know? But for me, I like the competitiveness. I like the fact already we're seeing end-to-end play. I like the fact that we've actually started quite vibrantly. And that's the way it should be in every single game. I'm one of these guys that if you play football, you play to win.
Yeah,
you don't play just to get
that.
some minutes in my legs and try and experiment sake. I want to win every game, man. I don't care what it is. So today, I'm not going to sit there and go, I don't really care about this result. We could lose 4-0 as long as we see what we're trying to do. Nah, man, forget that. I want to win this. This is a good side, and this will show what we're made of. There's a good side out there from Arsenal's point of view as well.
Absolutely endorse everything you've just said.
I have to say, I'm shocked. I'm shocked by Martinez's comments. And I just can't understand. Whoever asked him, I would ask him, what do you mean by that? Because I'm sure if Mikel had something like that, they'll ask him, how can you say your job is to hurt people?
No, he
You are
didn't
not
say
a
that.
boxer. What did he say then?
He implied that he doesn't mind hurting people to win the ball.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous then. But that's ridiculous. I don't think players should talk like that.
I should add that he never said that just before the Arsenal game. It's a comment that he's made previously.
Yeah.
So just to put it in context, I'm not saying that he said that just before the Arsenal.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm shocked that a player would speak so flagrantly. That's a really terrible thing to say.
It's a bit sadistic.
In football terms, yeah. Because that means then you don't have no care for your fellow pro. That's what it means to me. I thought that disgraced Shawcross was finished. I thought it was finished. What's this? Anyway, he's at the right team, isn't he? If he's going to act like that.
Super chat here from BB says, thanks guys, you're up. I'm in DC, 11 p.m. kickoff.
Okay.
Big up, man. Big up, BB.
DC is obviously on the west coast, on the east coast. This game's taking place in LA, which is on the west coast, and they do have a big significant time difference. I think it's about 4 hours. So.
And they also have a big significant
big game for Kai Havertz tonight, man. Big game.
Yeah, you know what? You've segued nicely onto something that I was going to ask you about. Kai Havertz. Now, there has been a lot of speculation concerning that signing. I'm going to put my cards on the table and saying it kind of come from left field. It wasn't a signing that I was either looking for or wanted. However, he is here, and while he is here, we'll all support him.
Yep.
But Dan, Kai Havertz, your thoughts?
My thoughts of Kai Havertz at Chelsea are not very positive.
He lost the ball. Barcelona in transition. Quick breakaway. He's showing some pace, that lad.
Oh my word, he is showing pace.
Oh,
it's got to be.
Great save. No.
It's a good.
We've conceded.
It's a good.
You know what?
It's a good bit of play, but that is serious pace. But
that was serious pace,
man. We've got to be questioning that defensively for me. Good pace, but come on, man. If he's quick, you got to work smarter than that.
We lost the ball.
Was that Saliba?
Odegaard lost the ball there, and then look at this turn of pace.
Is that Saliba or Ben White who's missed out with this?
It was Saliba.
Saliba's got done completely and utterly done.
I like the way he did that though, because he kind of turned on the afterburners, didn't he?
So then
he should have scored, to be fair, first off, but
it's a good save by Ramsdale.
So then why didn't we just pull him down then? We weren't getting a yellow card, would we? We should just pull him down.
Well, we should defend better. I mean, that was a counter-attack.
Yeah, you put him down, innit? Barcelona did that, got away with it. We should just pull him down.
So Pedri has just put Barcelona in front after just 7.5 minutes.
It was Rafinha, wasn't it? It was Rafinha's pace that did it absolutely superb. But no, listen, I understand you can't always be as quick as your man, but you've got to work smarter than that for me. And I love Saliba; he's one of my favourite players. But
he seemed to be a bit nonchalant there, didn't he?
He did, man. To be fair, it's rare for William. That is a rare.
No, but you know
rarity.
what? I thought he was a little bit nonchalant there and got caught out.
Oh, come on, we got to be waiting.
Well, like I said, it's rare for him. He does enough to get caught.
Barcelona on the counter attack again. They look quite threatening there. It's a shame because Dan was saying, and I agreed with him, that Arsenal had made a decent start.
We did make a decent start.
But
Yeah, it looks-
one
it
counter
looked that way.
attacking move, that's the way modern football is nowadays, man. You lose the ball in transition and you can get punished. That's what happened there.
It's going to be interesting defensively for Arsenal this season as well, because believe it or not, as much as I think we're strong defensively, last season is where it let us down. So at the Emirates, we were conceding goals left, right and centre last season.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was only Leeds and Southampton that conceded more than Arsenal at home last season. They both pretty much in a relegation battle. One of them went down.
Both
went down.
that's
sorry, didn't
good.
they?
Went down.
Both went down. So that's not a great stat. So I want to see us defensively, and I'm not talking individually, I'm talking as a unit. I think sometimes collectively we were poor, and there's another example there straight away of us getting caught. So I want to see that
Sucker
improving, man.
punched. That was a real old-fashioned sucker punch, that was.
But Laurie, you said that we got punished. This is the problem. We got punished. Barcelona didn't. I'm sorry. I still look back on that, and I don't care if it's friendly. It's a yellow card, and that changes the game. To me, it changes the
I'm not sure. If
game. No,
that
it does
changed.
change the game because Barcelona, that player now has got to be careful. He's on the yellow. That changes the game. So
Yeah,
even
but
though
was
it's
that the
friendly,
reason why we conceded a goal?
no, it's not. No, but what I'm saying is that it will change the game if we get yellow. That changes the game. Especially if he's got Bukayo in there.
What I would say to that, Ty, is that not every foul is a yellow card.
I understand that, but he took out Gabriel J when Gabriel J would have been through on goal, and that's yellow.
But I do agree with you, if that would have been a competitive game, I think you would have seen a yellow card for that one.
Well done. Good play.
Lovely player.
It's good by
Great
Jesus.
play, Jesus.
Good enterprising play by Jesus, which he's known for.
Enterprise.
We are seeing quite a bit of the ball. I think Barcelona have actually set up to counter-attack. They seem to be quite happy to give us the ball. And we've had the majority of the possession, not created any clear-cut chances yet.
Saka. Well
that's
played,
good.
Saka.
Oh, he's
He's
offside.
I thought he was, to be fair. I thought he'd come back from offside, but it's going to be a lively game. First 10 minutes, it's
Yeah.
not been one of those sit back and relax ones, has it?
Well,
And,
sorry.
You know what? When you get two teams of this high profile, I think you're going to guarantee to get a competitive
I
game.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
Which is, as you were saying, Dan, I like that. I like
Absolutely. That's what I'd rather have when you're preparing for the
Right,
season. That's a foul, ref. Ref.
that. No, I think he's given it.
I was going to say.
Oh, I thought it was the same player. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by Martin. I'm even shocked that nobody's questioning. Because if I was a reporter, I would say that. Can you explain your comments? Because they don't make no sense.
What's that?
That you don't mind hurting people. This one, I don't know. I can't understand how a footballer in this modern day age is speaking like that, and nobody has said, "What do you mean?" I'm sure if Mikel had said something like that, they'll be asking him, "What do you mean by that?" Anything he says, that's what. Imagine you. No, it's a wide precedent, and I'm looking at.
Dave Jordan sent in a super chat. I don't think he agrees with you. He says, Ty waffling for 90 minutes to keep
Next!
himself awake.
Next! Can you hear that? Next! Other shops are available.
Super chat here from Sashi Vermeer. He says, Lisandro Martinez living rent-free in Ty's house.
Next! Next! Other shops are available.
Have that. Go,
finish!
Saka.
Come
Excellent.
on!
It's that man
There you
again.
go.
That is just what we need, man. Just what we need.
There we are.
And I have to say that that is not undeserved because we have been playing some good football.
It's this. It's
Oh, that's poor
that
defensive
bit of
by...
defending there, but what a finish by the
who
way.
was that?
The keeper's right on him.
Was that Alonso? No,
I can't see from here, to be fair.
that was,
Ooh,
wasn't
he's
it?
just set him, he's teed him up.
Christensen, who I've never rated, never rated him at Chelsea.
He's teed him up.
That is a fantastic.
That was an
fantastic
assist by the
yeah.
Barca
was.
player.
It's a
But we're not
fantastic
complaining.
finish.
We'll take it.
It's a response as well. It's a response we needed.
The funny thing is, he didn't want to take him down, which is
What
interesting.
about Bukayo?
Bukayo Saka, that man. He's going to have a big season. You can tell.
He always has a big
He's
season.
Love
scary
Bukayo
now.
Saka.
He always has a big season.
He's scary.
But he might not have had a season at all. If
Favourite
Martinez
player.
had his way.
Mikel Arteta looks a little bit more relaxed. He was pacing up and down that touchline prior
I'm not
to us getting the equaliser, and he
I'm not
looks a bit
surprised.
concerned, as well he might.
Stadium looks quality, by the way.
It does, yeah.
He does.
Is this the new one that you built for the Rams?
I don't know.
I'm not
Possible.
sure. I
Not
think
too
so.
sure.
He looks
Right.
full as well, and it does seem that Arsenal are in the majority in terms of fans.
The guys were saying it's unbelievable atmosphere.
Yeah.
Really good stadium, so it's great.
Yeah, it looks.
That's what it
I
should
would
be,
say
man.
that the grass does look a bit long.
Played Urian.
Well, they were
Well
saying it was a
done,
bit
Timber.
spongy. They were saying
Yeah,
before
yeah,
the
it
game,
looks it.
so
It
it
looks
bounces
it.
a lot. I think probably one of
It's
them.
not like the
Spongy, I like
carpets
that.
you see in the Premier League. There's a bit of grass in it.
No, but it depends what's being played on there, isn't it? On the
That's a ball, though.
That's a good ball.
That's a
This
ball
is
as
good.
well.
He's in.
Get it
He's
across.
got
Get it
options.
across. Get it
He's
across.
got options.
Get it
Oh,
across.
well played.
Get it
Oh,
across.
Brilliant piece of work by
Jesus.
Jesus, but
That's brilliant. That should be 2-1.
Saka couldn't quite finish. There is Saka. Good shot.
That should be 2-1.
Listen,
It's brilliant.
great
from
bit of
game
play
to
on
game.
the left there. Timber to Havertz, Havertz straight to Jesus, and the rest is his. I mean, that is all
He
him.
does really well. He does really, really well.
Is he better off shooting there than
He
trying
was.
Possibly, but he's been unselfish, isn't he?
That's typical Jesus there, isn't it? That's-
But he's been unselfish. He's done everything. He's done everything right.
to... We've picked it up now.
I tell you
We've
what,
picked it
this
up.
is
We have picked it up.
shaping up to be a
exciting.
good game. End-to-end stuff.
One more.
Oh,
Well
look at
done,
that.
well done, Timber. Well
And
done.
also, you're not seeing any.
There he goes. Good pace to get away from his man. Good ball.
Oh,
This is good.
you're not
Liking
seeing,
what I'm seeing, man. Liking what I'm seeing.
Arsenal looking sharp, people.
and you're not seeing any stupid, reckless challenges from people that apparently.
All right, let's
wanna
try and
help
focus on the
other
positives,
goals.
shall we? Let's try and focus on the positives time. Arsenal made a decent start, even though we conceded a poor goal. I think we bounced back well. Don't you think so, Dan?
Listen, really, really good. And I think, to be fair, we started well. We got caught, I get it. But we want to see the response. And we're not just in a goal, we've seen some dominance. And
Yeah.
another corner coming in now, you know. Let's make something,
Trossard's over it.
make something from it.
He's normally got good delivery on these. Good delivery there.
Oh,
Weak punch from the keeper.
He is a weak punch.
Hit
Shoot!
it, Saka.
Oh, that looked goal bound. I'll tell
I
you
don't know if
what.
that's good defender and if he's knocked him out. I don't know.
I think he just got in the way of that.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm quite impressed with Arsenal over the first 15 minutes. We looked quite sharp.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we gave away that silly goal, but bounced back well.
We should
like
be
Dan
ahead.
said.
We should be ahead now.
Yeah, we should. So, what role is Kai Havertz occupying today then?
I think it's sort of the same as when we came on
Kind of,
against
is it a
Ulster.
forward midfield
Is
role?
that a foul?
I think the plan is basically when we're building up on the edge of the box, is he just gets in there.
Right.
Like when sort of parties build on the edge of the box, the plan is.
I think,
just get him in
Partey will
there.
drop it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, and if we can work it out, to it clipped in the box into him.
Yeah. Because I must admit, I'm still trying to work out exactly what Kai Havertz's role will be going forward.
I'm interested to see off the ball what Kai Havertz
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
doing.
that's what I'm worried
That's
about.
that's what concerns me. On the ball, I think we can see and know that he's got some technical ability.
Yeah.
I think at Chelsea, he just it weren't looking good for him, man. There's been 3 years where I just can't work out where he was. And people say, oh, he can play in so many positions. I disagree. I don't know that he can play in any positions at the moment. Like, there's no position he's held down at Chelsea.
He can play
He
in
weren't
many
their false
positions,
nine.
but
He weren't their number nine. He weren't their winger. He weren't their attacking 10 or attacking 8. So we need to find him a position. And he looks like the Granit Xhaka role from me, from what I can see here. He's actually been all right so far. He's made some good passes and he's got on the ball. But is that going to be where he stays? I mean, Arteta's played in there every game, so I imagine he'll be the Xhaka replacement that he sees him as. But I don't think he's a first
not
team
a foul.
starter for me.
Okay, so you think he's an impact player? Then?
I think he's a squad player. I really do. And I know people will say, well, we spent 65 million on him. He's got to start. I don't know, man. I don't think we're at that stage anymore. I think we're at-
Exactly.
I think he will start, you know. I don't think he...
Who
I don't
for,
think he
though?
has to start.
Who for though?
I don't
Who's
think
he going to start ahead of? Who's missing out of Rice, Partey and Erdegaard? One of them's missing out if Havertz starts, unless he plays somewhere
It
else.
worries me because what I'm thinking is we'll do this where you sort of have him and Odegaard and Havertz just pushes on into the box, and that's all well and good. But then you're telling me it's like Man City's midfield we're going to put that 3 in. It's gonna-
Yeah.
Right, we've got a super chat here from Lee Slims. He says, question for Ty. Why do you hold on to things the way you do? Let me finish before you... Ty, why do you hold on to things the way you do? When you cussed at a fan wrongfully live on AFTV, you never apologise. Please allow it.
Next. All I've got to say is next. Okay? That's my answer. Next. Other shops are available. And for your information, I did apologise. But next. Okay?
And there's another one here from Ayu. She said, so coming back, Ty, what do you think of Martinez? Lisandro Martinez, that is. That ball's out, surely.
I've already said what I think of him.
Which is?
He's a disgrace. And I don't think that any footballer should be talking about hurting a fellow pro like that. You can, if you say you do everything fairly, legally to win the ball, that's fine. But saying you don't mind hurting your opponent to win the ball is absolutely a ridiculous use of language. And I don't think it's been lost in translation. I think it's disgraceful and a disgusting way for a footballer to speak. That's what I think.
Okay. Said very affirmative.
That's a good ball. Turn on that.
Go on, put him in.
Shoot.
He's so unselfish, Jesus. Come back to him.
Go on, Gabriel J.
He should have had a shot there.
Yeah, he could have.
Did open up for him.
That's a ball.
It's good football.
Go on, Saka.
Arsenal look sharp. Saka's.
Go on, Bukayo.
That's a good ball. Oh! Should he have been a bit more assertive there, Havertz?
Oh, don't try it.
Come on, he didn't even.
No.
Did he?
I'm not having
Assertive.
that. That's like 10 yards over his head.
Yeah, I don't think it was a greatest of crosses.
Let's have a look.
Peter Crouch ain't getting on that.
No, I
Yeah,
don't,
but did he even jump? No?
I don't think he could do much with that.
Super chat here from Nelly Honorson. He says, choked on my coffee when Stan Kroenke met the team. Arsenal
Really?
looking good.
Why?
They're looking
Nice
sharp.
pass.
It's good
That's
ball.
a nice bit of
Why?
play.
Why?
Saka on the right.
Oh, I see
good
what
ball
you're
through.
saying.
Oh, the goal.
cross.
Can he chop it back? Two.
Yes.
Oh, what's happened?
Oh!
What happened there?
That's how it's a penalty.
He's
yes,
given a
of course,
penalty.
it's a penalty, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Handball.
I thought
Yeah,
it was his hand.
Look,
You know,
he would have been off. Look,
he's
he would
saying
have
it's
been
his
off.
elbow, and he's saying it's his elbow. What?
But he would have been off.
Still on your
Actually,
arm.
Ty makes a good point, you know. If he'd have been booked for
He would
that
have been
first
off now.
challenge, that handball there.
I don't believe it.
Nah,
He'd
it's,
be
not,
off.
it's not deliberate.
Was it
He
him,
wouldn't
was
have
it?
gone for
He's
that.
deliberate.
that is deliberate.
No, that is deliberate.
That
Jack.
is deliberate,
That is-
bro.
Look at this. Look.
That's
Look at that. Look how high his hand is.
I don't
That's
think it's deliberate, but it's denying.
No, that's deliberate.
No, that's deliberate.
But
You don't put your hand that high in the air. Like.
But it's denying a goal, so it's one of them ones you.
He should be off. Just
Come
like
on,
Martinez,
Bukayo.
he should be off.
Come on, Bukayo, put this in, man.
Bury it, Bukayo.
Star boy.
Star boy.
He's got a mixed record on penalties, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't.
Well, he's missed a few last season.
No, he missed one last season. That's it.
No, he
scored
missed
the
more
rest.
than one.
He missed one. What was it? He missed one against West Ham. That's the only penalty he missed. He scored every single penalty.
Okay.
I'll put this one
Stand
away,
corrected.
Saka. Come on.
Bury it, Bukayo.
Well, let's hope he scores this one anyway.
Bury it, hopefully.
Saka
Go
to
on,
break
Bukayo.
Arsenal 2-1 up. Oh, he's missed it!
Completely put it
See?
wide.
Ty, you've just
Not
cursed
even hit the
man.
target.
What are you talking about? I said he's
Come
only
on,
missed
Saka.
one penalty
Come on, Saka.
against West
That
Ham.
was poor, actually.
Got to do better than that. You got to hit a target, a pen. You got to, man.
It's just dragged it.
Didn't even hit the target. That's poor.
Oh, listen.
No, we can't.
It's
say
something.
it.
No, it's something that he
Kind of
has to work
miskicked
on.
it.
Yeah, he scuffed it.
It's a poor penalty, man. It's
It
a
is.
poor penalty. You've got to hit the target. I can't.
Oh, the God's saying, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about it.
Trying to.
Which I'm sure he won't.
Just do better.
He was having a very good game up until that point. So let's hope it.
So Barcelona should be
continues.
down to 10 men. Nothing new there.
Is he coming off?
No, water
It's a-
break.
it's a
water break.
Yeah, water break.
It's a water break.
Right, okay, water break. 22 minutes gone. Arsenal 1, Barcelona 1. Let's start with Jack. What's your thoughts on the game so far?
Electric. I think we've sort of controlled the game from the start and then sort of had that little blip, gone 1-0 down, and then I think we've not skipped a beat after that. It's been all us. I'm liking the combinations with Saka and on that right hand side. But yeah, I mean, it means nothing if we don't score. I think we said this a lot last season. So look how good Arsenal are playing and not quite finding the goals. But I'm liking the assertiveness of Jesus and Saka now to get on the ball and drive and make things happen.
Yeah, okay. Dan?
Been the better sides. Interesting to see how we are going to react to their counter-attack because I think they've been allowing us to have the ball. They've got some pace. I mean, Rafinha is a pacey player. He's proven that already where we got caught. Disappointing, really, that Saka's missed that because it can get in your head. The last time he took a penalty was West Ham and he missed it. Now he's missed that one. In pre-season, that's where you want to be doing those sort of things. Sometimes where you brush the cobwebs off and make mistakes and stuff like that, I think for me, scoring penalties in games like that is good for your confidence. It can only be a good thing. So that's a real shame that he's missed that one. And it was poor as well from the lad. I think he was disappointed. You could see, you know,
you could
heading
see
hands, that was really a poor one from me. You know, he's completely dragged it wide. So, yeah, we need to get that goal because we should be winning this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've definitely made a better start. It's been very positive. Apart from the goal we give away, I think I'm a big fan of his, but I think Saliba was kind of went to sleep a little bit there, didn't he?
It's rare for him.
And subsequently we paid the price. But since then, and even before then, I think we played some good football. I think we actually deserve to be a goal up. Ty, what's your thoughts?
I think we should be 3-1 up. I think Barcelona should be down to 10 men. But there's nothing new there. Yeah, it's a shame that Bukayo missed a penalty, but what I will say is that, listen, nobody wants things like that to happen. But if that's going to happen, let it happen now. Because when it's the real game, he's got to score. And I'm sure he will score if he's still the penalty taker. But I think we've reacted very well. And like I said, I think Barcelona should be down to 10 men. And I don't understand why they're not. Because that's 2 yellows. It doesn't matter if it's a friendly. Because if that's the case, then have no rules then. Have no offsides then. You know what I mean? They seem to be having offsides. If it's a friend, doesn't matter. If it's meant to be a yellow, it's meant to be yellow. And I don't understand why the referee didn't give it.
Tony, Super Chat, he says, Ty, I support you. Did you see his challenge on Bellingham? I think you must be talking about Martinez.
No, thank you, Tony. Yeah, no, I didn't, but I've heard it's terrible. That's what I'm saying. But he's come out and... Is that Rafinha?
Rafinha's gone down. He's complaining about a challenge on him from Timber.
That was good play from Timber though earlier on. That was a really good play from him.
That's going to be an interesting little battle them two.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's playing on the left-hand side as well because he's a right back or right centre back, isn't he? So
I must admit, I've already been impressed by Timber though. You know.
You have or haven't?
I have.
I like the player. I
think of the three signings, okay, Declan Rice not playing tonight, but of the three signings, you've got to say so far, he's the one that's made the most impression so far. Obviously, it's early days, and I'm sure the other two will make.
Alonso going straight through the back of Bukayo. This is what is going on here? What is going on? This is what I'm saying. This is going to happen. What is going on? And nothing. What's going on?
Tony Stark's Super Chat says, we need a tie ranking of disgraces. Mourinho, Shawcross, Martinez, Maupay. Who's the number one disgrace?
The number one disgrace out of them lot is you for the Super Chat. No, I'm only kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Trossard, he's got to do better than him.
I can hear Kenya laughing. I'm just kidding. The number one disgrace has got to be Shawcross.
Well,
because
there's your first yellow card.
But look at this. This is what I'm saying. Look at this. How has Leandro got a yellow card? How has he got a yellow card? Exactly. This is what is going on here. Is it a friendly or is it real? What is it? What are we doing? Are we playing charades or what are we doing?
Charades.
No, it's two, no, but it's two though. Because imagine, look at that. He got a yellow card for that, and yet that player didn't get a yellow card for bringing down Gabriel J. This is what I'm saying. What is this? This is farcical.
Mind you, that was a silly thing to do from Trossard.
It is a silly thing to do. But to me, if that's a yellow, that one was a yellow then. What's worse?
What I would say, in the Premier League, that would have been a yellow card as well.
What's that?
What Trossard did.
I'm sure it would be, but I'm saying if he's giving Leandro yellow, you've got to give him a yellow for taking out Gabriel J. What's going on? Like I said, I can
see you're not impressed.
No, I'm not. Back to the Super Chat. It's got to be Shawcross because he broke Aaron's leg, and if it wasn't for Gary Lewin, able to operate quickly on Aaron would have had his leg amputated. So he's probably the biggest.
Go on, Jesus. Oh, nice.
Lovely.
He's looked very sharp tonight.
He has looked very sharp.
Poor though.
He has looked very sharp.
Right, I think we've got another Super Chat here from Arsenal RMCF. He says, do you all see Paul Mullins' punctured lung by Man U? Yes, I did hear about that. Jack was telling me about that before going.
Paul Mullin? What, for Wrexham?
Yeah.
What, who punctured his lung?
The United under-23's goalkeeper. So it's just gone for a ball with him. And...
Oh, it's accidental?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he's not deliberately gone. Punched his lung.
Okay,
again.
No, I haven't, but
it's good.
I wish him all the best. Finish.
I think Odegaard should have taken that first time, don't you?
Right. What did Odegaard do?
I can't believe this
Flick
referee.
it up or something?
I think.
I wish him all the best.
I think it's fair to say that Arsenal are pretty much in control of this game.
We are
They've
in
been the
control.
better team,
without a
100%.
doubt.
Half hour in, better team for sure.
We are in control, but Barcelona have a say because they didn't go down to 10 men. And he booked Leandro. What's going on? I don't understand this. I don't. It's very frustrating.
We've got them pegged in their own half now.
We have.
BB says I missed the super chat. Let me see. Peter Bissett, super chat, says easy to miss a penalty. It's 4:30 a.m. to be fair.
Not in America.
I think there's a bit of sarcasm in there.
There is, but then if that's the case, you try, isn't it? See how you get on, isn't it? That's what I'd say to that.
I know Jack, you've been on Havertz watch. How do you think he's playing? I've not really seen him do much so far, but
watch.
I'm sure you'll draw some positives from it.
Oh, always positives. I think he had a nice little change earlier. You know, the Jesus Chance where he was sort of fake trotting about. He's getting involved. I'm liking him more now he's with
Darren.
Timber. I think he struggled with Tomiyasu, but I don't know. I mean, I'm going to back him. I'm going to pretend he's done something really good, but
No, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Until he does.
I'm sure he will.
We've got no problem with you backing him.
Yeah. It's more like I really want
You
to
really
see
want
him
him to
do
do
well
well.
than
I
I
think
think.
we all want that.
No,
mate.
we all want him to do
Yeah.
well. We want him to
I'm sort of in that blurred line between I think he's going to be amazing and I really want him to. I'm sort of manifesting it into existence.
well.
No, I think it will happen. I think it will happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I think it will.
Super chat here from Matthew, but he's not submitted any words. So, but thanks for the super chat anyway.
Big up, Matthew.
Yeah, big up, Matthew.
I guess you don't have to include words for super chats, do you?
No,
No.
you can just donate, yeah.
No.
That's a good clearance. Get it out.
We've looked quite, apart from that little lapse at the back early,
We should be about 3-1 up.
Yeah.
we've looked quite solid at the back, haven't we? Trossard arguing with the ref again.
Because he's saying, what did you book me for when you didn't book the other player? That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
What are you using that 65 million from Havertz on then if you don't get Havertz?
A striker.
Are you the Caicedo fans?
A
or are you
striker.
Yeah, man, I'm in the Caicedo fan base. I'd add another 20 to it and get Caicedo.
Yeah.
I would, because I feel like the position's needed more. I think with Havertz, if you're going to play him in like an attacking type 8, you've got Smith Rowe, you've got Odegaard, and we've still got Fabio Vieira, who I personally don't feel is good enough, but he's just still there.
Free kick to Barcelona, by the way. It's decent.
Well done.
Headed out.
Get it away. Come on, Ben. Keep him out there. Jockey him.
Well done, Ben.
Well done.
Conceded a corner, I think.
Yeah, I would as well. I would as well, but I'm just, with Caicedo, I'm just concerned he's trying to auction himself off to the highest bidder.
Something's going on there. Why has he not gone Chelsea? Something's going on there, innit?
Because Chelsea don't
I
want to
think
pay the
what
money,
it
Dan.
is
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, but
Shref says, super chat, we are lacking in midfield. Don't know what Kai and Rice are bringing to the squad. Saka is great, but also need to give penalties to others. Why always Saka? Because he's the penalty taker.
Exactly, and he scored a lot of that. He only missed one last season, and you're saying, what does Kai and Declan bring? Declan isn't even playing. So, you know.
I think we know what Declan Rice brings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Proving it every year
speaks
for
for
West
himself.
Ham, hasn't he?
And I think
With Kai Havertz, you can reserve judgment until he wears an Arsenal shirt regularly. We're starting to see him pre-season. I'd like to see more from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to go nuts about the signing just yet.
Well, listen, I think Kai brings unpredictability. He's going to be that player that is very, very difficult to pick up and can pop up in all kinds of positions. And that's always dangerous for opposition, especially defenders, because you don't know where he's going to pop up.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to pop up in very, very good attacking positions and be a massive danger.
Yeah, that's the thing. That I don't think anyone here can deny that somewhere deep down in Kai Havertz, there's like a ridiculously talented player.
Of course.
It's just, can Arteta unlock it?
I think he can.
He proved himself at Bayern Leverkusen
Yeah,
that he was worth £80 million to Chelsea, but you know, it wasn't just Arsenal interested in him. There was some other teams sniffing around him. So he's obviously got talent.
My concern with him is that he had 3 seasons at Chelsea, not 1, not 2, but 3.
I agree with you, Laurie.
He did.
And he didn't really do anything in those 3 seasons.
Well, you say that. Unfortunately, he scored the goal that won him the Champions League. Unfortunately, didn't he? So he did do something.
Unfortunately, how do you work that out?
Unfortunately, because he won the Champions League for Chelsea. That's how I work it out. Unfortunately,
League, that's what it is.
that's exactly.
Well, not
what I'm saying.
unfortunately for him.
No, not for him. But you're saying he didn't do nothing.
No, I didn't say he didn't do nothing. I said he didn't do enough to suggest that he'd get a big money move to Arsenal.
No, he didn't. Well, you know, but we don't. But do we know though? Because can any of us say we watched him week in, week out? We can't because we're not Chelsea fans. So we don't know what he actually did or didn't do.
Oh my word! What's going on there with the keeper?
That's taken the fattest deflection you've ever seen. Though.
Yeah, but come on, like that's poor, isn't it? Still, what's happening there? Let's watch this again then, because
To me, it looks like Ramsdale.
I'm looking at Ramsdale here, thinking he's moaning,
He's
but what's
complaining to the
happening?
ref.
Oh, this is interesting. Now this is interesting. Well, he's off. Well,
Right,
He hit an Arsenal player, didn't
it's hit the wall.
if it's hit one of our players, he can't be offside.
It's poor. It's poor.
he? Actually, to
It's
be
gone
fair, he
through the
was wrong-footed by the deflection.
Oh, he's come off Martin. Oh,
I'm not sure if we can blame him for that, to be honest. Might be a bit harsh.
how are we behind again? How on earth are we behind?
One of those games, man. It's gonna be a high-scoring one.
It looks like it might be, yeah. Barcelona with a goal out of completely nothing there. That's great skill by Jesus.
Great
Brilliant from
take.
Gabriel J.
Oh,
Ooh.
Lucky's fouled him, to be
That's
fair.
a foul, yeah.
So Jack, what do you think? Do you think the goalkeeper could have done better there? Or he looked like he was wrong-footed.
It's just the thing for me is he's committed so far. But when he's taken the free kick, he's almost sprinted the other way that it's impossible to get back.
Yeah,
But,
it is, yeah.
I mean,
It's disappointing.
it's
because
unlucky,
we
but
were running teams.
It don't look good either way for
He
me.
don't, does it? Especially after the last game when people said he was at fault for both.
Well, listen,
Oh my!
look, it's another
that will be
That's
booking.
a blatant
this is,
yellow
but
like
this
that.
is what I'm saying. You tell me that's worse than that one.
No, that was a yellow card type.
But that
No,
was the yellow
I'm
card.
not saying. I'm saying what that man did was the same as that. How are you not giving a yellow card for that then? This is what I don't understand. Look, that's what he did to Gabriel J.
yeah, looking at the one right at the start when he was through.
That's what I'm saying. I can't understand
one.
this. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make no sense. What are you doing then? Either it's serious or it's not.
To be fair though to the ref, you can't
No.
base all your decisions off
No,
what you
but
did in the first minute.
no, but if you are going to that means you should have booked that player then. Why didn't you book him then?
I don't think you can retrospect.
He just pulled him down, man. That one, didn't he?
He has.
Right, okay. Got a super chat here from Matthew. He says, last time I was watching a watch along, I just had a kidney transplant in hospital. Watching you all
Okay.
from home now after full recovery. Big,
Oh, right.
Nice
oh, well,
one,
that's
man. Great to hear that.
Well,
Great
we're
to hear
sorry
that, bro.
about that, Matthew, and we're very,
big love to all.
and to you,
Big
we're
love,
very
respect.
glad that you've had
Hope
a
this,
successful operation, and we
Yeah.
hope you fully recover.
Absolutely.
And well done. All power to you.
well, that was a bit of a bad tackle as
Look
well,
at this.
that one.
Hang on.
Look at this.
Hang on.
Look at this. And no yellow.
That's the same
There
player.
it is.
I see him again.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Free. He should have had free. Look, him again. Him again. Free. Oh my! This is just ridiculous. This is that. So that's why our players are getting mad. What's Gundogan saying? Get out of the way, Gundogan. What's he saying?
That was a poor challenge.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what happens when you don't ref the game properly. Well, then it's not one. It's free. Can't he count either?
A lot of people are agreeing with you in the comments, though, saying he should be off.
He should be off.
Well,
He should be
he's
off.
booted the ball away as well.
Yeah.
That's what exactly. So what are you doing then? So why are you allowing then? This is just ain't good enough. This ain't good enough. Even for friendly, this ain't good enough.
That was a poor challenge, man.
It's ridiculous. And look at him. Look at him shouting. He's even giving the.
The referee needs to take control.
Well, he hasn't taken control, has he?
Look
Yeah.
at this. Watch this.
Oh, that to me is a red card on its own. That is a straight red.
I'm not so sure
No,
about
because you
that.
can't tackle like that. Look at the player's gone up in the air.
It's not a straight red.
No, it isn't because you can't. Look, the player's gone up in the air. That's a scissor challenge. This is not good enough, man. He should be off 3 times.
Paulson Super Chat says, Ty, where did you get your tracksuit? Jokes, I don't really care.
Say that again.
He's asking where you got your tracksuit. Then he said he doesn't care. So
Well, I don't care about your super chat, but thanks for wasting your money. I appreciate it. Keep on wasting your money, please. Next, other shops are available.
Champions League from City says Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. How does he know that?
Exactly.
It's not even started yet.
Exactly. Exactly. And what team do you support, by the way?
You didn't say.
Next, exactly. Of course. I wonder why. Next, other shops are available.
Good delivery there. Oh,
Oh, what's that? What's he called for there?
What? This is. I can't.
he's having a go at Partey.
Thomas is saying what?
What did he do?
Exactly.
I think the referee's got to have a grip on this game.
Yeah, but he's lost the grip, hasn't he?
It looks like he has, because we're just stopping every second. Players are arguing
If
with the
he
ref. They're not
said
really
that-
showing him no respect.
That's our ball. That's our ball. That's our ball.
No.
How are we losing this game?
That's what I'm saying, Dan. Jackal,
Looking at the foul count, Arsenal
Look at that.
got
So why
nearly
is that not
double
yellow?
what Barca have.
So why is that not yellow then? So why is that not yellow?
Did you see that time? We've got nearly double the fouls that they have.
Really?
Apparently.
But no, but are they? Have any of our players tackled the way they have? I don't think so.
Oh, that's the stupid
That's
pass.
a criminal ball, that.
Saliba, what's happening? Come on,
He
man.
needs to up his concentration levels, man.
That was poor. Come on, keep this ball now. We're the better side here. Come on.
That's a good ball
Go,
there.
Saka. Go, Saka.
Oh,
We should be winning.
we should be, but we're not.
Reminds me a bit of the Southampton game at the end of last season. Where
Dan,
we
I haven't
had
asked
all
you
the
yet.
ball.
What do you reckon with that?
3-3.
Bringing it back up.
I've not asked you yet, but
Go on.
Barca's second goal, the deflection, and then do you think the keeper could have done better there, or what?
Yeah, I did to start with. I've looked at it again a couple of times and I wonder how much Ramsdale's been completely taken out by that deflection. But the problem I've got with it is it just doesn't look good. It doesn't, to
Looked
me,
like his
look like
positioning might have been a bit
positioning.
off from the first.
That's my
yeah.
biggest problem.
That is another yellow card for Ben. Sorry, Dan. I
you
can't understand this. This is absolutely ridiculous.
But one thing I would say, Ty, right, you are in danger of just looking at everything through the prism of that very first tackle.
The prison or the prison?
Prism,
Sorry.
P-R-I-S-M.
Yeah,
When you're on these
I know the
watch-alongs
word. Don't
with me,
worry. I know the
You've got to
word.
step your vocabulary game up because you know I'm coming. Listen, get over that.
Here we go.
Here comes Saka. He's gone past
don't
him.
worry.
Can he get the ball in? Yes, he can.
Don't worry, Laurie.
Saka's got the beating of that fullback all day
You
long.
know who I
Listen.
think he's playing well?
He
Timber.
is.
I'm liking
Yeah.
Timber.
Well, don't worry, Laurie.
Do you reckon he could play on the left more often?
Well, it's looking. I think Arteta's gone for that.
Because we've seen Cancelo do it, haven't we? Go from like the right-footed right back to the left.
Laurie, I do like that, but don't worry. Any word you have in your vocabulary, I know.
Another,
so don't worry about
player who
that.
plays ahead of Tierney.
It's true, but yeah.
Corner to Arsenal.
It's like you were saying earlier. Tierney's become fifth
Tierney's
choice.
now fifth choice, is he?
I don't know why. Head.
Put
It's
it
a good
in.
delivery.
Sort of fifth choice left back.
Oh,
We've only got
Trossard.
That
two.
was wild.
Which is a shame. He
He's gone
shouldn't
from
be.
the second choice left back to the fifth
He
choice.
shouldn't.
hasn't
He shouldn't be.
Crazy, isn't it?
We've only got
Crazy.
two left backs and he's fifth.
Yeah, it's bizarre, man.
Right, we're into the last 5 minutes, and somehow Arsenal are losing this game. I can't quite
shouldn't be.
comprehend it. We should be about 3-4-2 up, but we're losing 2-1 in a game that we've dominated possession,
Well, you
had the
Laurie.
better chances, but somehow we're behind.
Yeah.
One to a sucker punch goal, and the second one to
That's a nice bit of play.
possible goalkeeping error. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I have to look at it again. Oh, that's
Ref.
another bad foul. That one
Look, shouldn't that be yellow?
from
He's-
behind.
He's just booked Ben and no yellow card.
Go on, Saka.
Here
Go on,
comes
Saka.
Saka. He's having a lot
Go on,
of.
Bukayo.
Oh,
Bukayo.
Nice.
Bodied it.
Nice.
great ball.
What a
Oh!
goal.
Well
Yes!
done, Bukayo.
Is it Kai?
It's Kyle.
That was a brilliant bit of play from Saka. That absolutely superb.
Jack is
Jack's happy, man.
made up. No, that's a good goal. But you
that's
know
a
what?
great
You know what
goal.
I'm going to say about that
Why
goal?
didn't you stand up, Laurie?
Saka's the man there, bro. Saka. It's all about Saka there.
Yeah, Saka's done great there.
He's done great.
To be
Look at
fair
that.
to Martin Odegaard as well. He's
Well done,
I mean, if
Kyle.
Havertz misses that, mate, you're going to have Guna Lee on
I'll
your
go
case.
home.
But even Havertz had to go to Saka and say, look, that's
Look
all
at
about
Bukayo. You hear what Bukayo said? We should be ahead. What's the referee doing? That's what he said to
I'm
Kai.
pretty sure he didn't say
No,
that.
I'm sure he did. Or if he didn't, he should do. No, but the thing is,
I'm
Laurie,
pretty sure he didn't say that, Tom.
well, I don't know. All right, fair enough. Let's say, but Laurie, you're saying about that, and that's fair enough. You got a fair point about the referee, but I just think he's made a rod for his own back by what he hasn't done.
Super chat here from Tony Stark. It says, tie on seeing an unripe banana. Well, why isn't it yellow then? I'm not quite sure if there's a joke in there or what.
What?
It's another super chat here from...
Is that a typo? Next!
I think it's buried in there, supposed to be a joke.
Well,
Hibbert
That's
says,
good play from Havertz though.
bring Pepe back. Saka hasn't tracked back and Pepe doesn't.
Good ball. Come on, look, we're on top here. Come on.
Saka's been the man of the match so far, and here he goes
Saka's
again.
been
the
superb.
thing is, I don't know if that's true, but Bukayo not
No,
tracking
yes,
back.
without doubt.
Yeah,
He's
no,
been
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he said Bukayo's on track back. I don't know if that's
Caught on the
true.
ball there
I
though.
think he's been sarcastic.
Well, it's not funny.
Even though he's missed a penalty, he's still been the best player.
He's been the best player.
Yeah, he has.
He has been the best player. So
I did say, didn't I, at the start, Christensen and Alonso, I just don't rate it.
Yeah.
Saka needs a field
Yeah.
day, and at the moment he's having one.
He is.
It's what we were saying earlier as well. Ty, you were saying about Havertz just being elusive and he just sort of gets in these places. That's exactly what that, on a serious note, that's what he
Exactly.
brings. Sort of.
Exactly. The
You know,
unpredictability.
he's playing centre mid and he's just popped up in that little
Popping
area
up.
where nowhere's
Exactly,
near him.
dangerous. But that's what he's going to do.
That's good. Go on in.
Go on.
Go Trossard.
Go on, Leandro.
Oh,
Save.
good effort.
Well done, Leandro.
It's a good effort by Trossard there.
It is good.
Dave Jordan, I think he's probably having a go at me and Dan. He's saying, why are you always trying to downplay, criticise Havertz? Listen,
Thank you.
But
Well,
we are not
sorry.
trying to downplay him. We were just being honest in our assessment.
I didn't downplay him. I
Hang
said
on.
it was a good goal, didn't
Yeah. No, I think he was talking about what we said earlier about Havertz. What I said was
Havertz
facts. In his 3 seasons at Chelsea, he's underachieved.
Yeah, of course he has.
So people like
he's at Arsenal
myself
now, so let's
Exactly.
were questioning
see what
what
he
he'd
does with the
done
Arsenal shirt.
to deserve a big money move to Arsenal.
which is fair enough.
And that
which
is
But
is
we're
your
not
opinion.
saying that he's not going to be successful.
Exactly.
We were just
Yeah.
He's not
Exactly,
a bad
you're asking the
player. He's just
Two goals
played
in 4 games, mate. It's been quality.
you and Dan are asking the question which everybody is
yeah,
entitled to.
exactly.
exactly. Another corner.
Bukayo.
It's come in.
It's a good delivery again.
That's
Go!
it. Oh,
I like it.
good save again, to be
Jable
fair.
J.
Yeah, he's never been a bad player. He's just not played well for Chelsea. I think is the way of looking. No one's ever doubted
Yeah.
his quality. Everyone's just saying that he's not lived up to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then you
Half
sorry,
time.
go on, Jack. But then you look at that and you look at Chelsea and say there are other players who haven't played well at Chelsea and have gone on to do great things, like De Bruyne and Mohamed Salah. So
I don't know if I'm putting Havertz in that bracket just
no,
yet, but
obviously not. But that's what I'm saying.
Right, okay then. So that's the end of the first half. It's 2-2.
Look,
But I've got to say that Arsenal should really be in front. I don't think it's remiss of me to say that. I think Arsenal have been clearly the better team and should be up by a couple of goals.
Yeah, listen,
Dan, what do you think?
I do think you're right. We're the better side, should be winning the game. My problem is, I feel like the goals again we've conceded are disappointing. They are, and I feel like this is becoming
Especially
a
the
little bit
first
of a...
one.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit recurring now. I'm a big fan of what we're doing going forward. We've been caught a couple of times on the break again here. Like, obviously, the goal with the free kick. I don't know about you two. I don't know. I'm still a bit undecided about that with Ramsdale. His
me
positioning,
too, yeah.
starting position isn't great, and his reaction made it sound as if something had gone wrong. But I'm only looking
there's
at
always
him
just something.
thinking,
When a
where was-
free kick goes in from a deflection, there's always something a bit fishy about it. Like, did the wall not do its job? Was the keeper the wrong way? But
100%, man.
there's always something fishy about it.
I think
don't know who.
Ramsdale's going to end up copying a bit of stick for that because I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway. It was a pretty significant deflection, but as you said, Dan, maybe starting position wasn't great, so he got a bit flat-footed.
Yeah, starting position. I think starting position for me, I'm questioning. But listen, we Bukayo Saka, best player. Yes, he's missed a penalty. Poor penalty, to be fair. Very
It
poor
was.
penalty. But I think I'm confident because we've been the better side for me. And I think down that right-hand side, Christensen and Alonso are They're getting eaten
shook.
alive by Saka.
They're looking shook. They're looking shook. Let's have a look at some of the match stats. And Arsenal, as we suggested before, are well in the ascendancy.
Yeah.
Shots on goal, Arsenal 11 to Barcelona's 3. Shots on target, Arsenal 5 to Barcelona's 3. Interestingly, this is saying that Barcelona have had more possession than Arsenal, which I find hard to believe.
Misleading.
That is very misleading.
Yeah,
it's
that
saying
is surprising.
that Barca had 51% compared to our 49.
Whoa.
I guess it must be true, but I must admit I thought that would be in our favour possession. Passes, Barcelona 172 to 165 for us. Pass accuracy, we lead them by 1%, 84 to 83. Fouls, Arsenal, despite what Ty's saying, significantly more fouls for Arsenal, 15 to 9. 2 offsides for us, none for them. 3 corners for us, only 1 for them. Jack, what's your assessment of that first half? 2-2, but me and Dan think that Arsenal should be at least 3, maybe even 4-2 up. What do you think?
It just goes back to what Dan was saying about last season, where we just seem to concede so many just silly goals. Just like the first one is Saliba's been skinned for pace, and then not only have they had 1 shot on goal in the box, they've then got to the rebound first. So I'm sort of looking at everyone there as a sloppy one to concede, and then the free kick, and it's
Definitely sloppy.
yeah, and it's just sort of as much we can have the ball as much as we want. If teams are going to hit us, it's always going to happen where if we're going to allow these things to happen, there'll be games where we don't score, or Saka misses these penalties, and it comes back to bite us. But
The second goal, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think Ramsdale could have done better there or what?
we were just saying, weren't we? There's always something a little bit fishy when a free kick goes in from that distance, whether it's come off, it's like, did the wall break or did the keeper overcommit? Because obviously it's, the wall's blocking one side, it's gone in the side that Ramsdale should have had covered anyway, so for him to commit so far one way and not get back is a bit alarming, but it's one of them ones where if it goes off the ball, anything can happen. This deflection's a deflection at the end of the day.
Ty, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I agree with.
Apart from the referee, tell us about, tell us about the game.
I have no thoughts. No, I'm joking. I agree
I
with.
think you pretty much made your thoughts on the referee very clear. Right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
What I'm asking you now
that
is
ship
what
has
about the
sailed,
game?
I suppose. The game, yeah, I agree with you and Dan in the fact that we should be about 4-2 up. I think we've been very comfortable. Like Jack said, it's a bit strange about the second goal, you know, because the deflection, is it the deflection or was Aaron wrong free? I don't know. There are things to obviously worry about, but I think we played really, really well. And if not for possibly not good enough finishing and bad mistake, the game should possibly be over. But the fact that it's 2-2, it's a closer game than it should be. No, but I think the performance has been good. I think the performance is good. I'm impressed, especially for us to come back from come back twice. I'm impressed and I'm happy for Kai, because that is what hopefully me and Jack were alluding to, where he's going to be. That's the danger. He's going to be popping up unannounced and, you know, in dangerous positions to come up with an important goal in this match, and hopefully important goals throughout our season, hopefully.
What sort of worries you guys more? Because we were saying about the defence and then not taking the chances. Like, what's more alarming to you? The fact that we're leaking these goals, or that we're having so many shots and not getting
defensively,
the goals?
man. Defensively, because last season defensively was a problem, and it seems that the last couple of games we've seen defensive issues again, and the goalkeeper as well. You know, the goalkeeper, you've got Ramsdale with a couple of problems there. He needs to be looking at that. I think he'll be disappointed with himself. Gabriel obviously against Man United, and then today Saliba's turn. So listen, it's not the end of the world, but it's something we need to look at, in my opinion, for sure, man. And you know, but I don't know if we'll see any changes now, if there'll be any substitutes, or if there'll be anyone coming on, or what we'll see. But I expect Arteta to make some changes in the game, whether it'll be at half time, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think we will see some changes. Even though we've been, let's face it, by far the better team, I think so anyway. the game is still finely balanced. And as we were saying before, Dan, the manager's not going to want us to lose this game, especially after what happened against Man United. So yeah, there will be substitutions, I'm sure. But when and how many, I'm not so sure. That's going to be an interesting thing to see in the second half. Don't forget Barcelona, I'm sure, will make some changes as well.
Yeah.
Your assessment on Barcelona, I think they've been a bit disappointing to me. Apart from that breakaway goal where they showed some real pace by Rafinha, and I mean, so for example, Lewandowski.
Yeah,
I've not seen anything
non-existent really. I think Rafinha has been the danger because of his pace. Obviously, he's got both goals. The free kick was a little bit lucky how that's gone in. You can't say it's a great free kick, can you? It's hit the guard and gone in, but he's been the one for me. So yeah, defensively, I think Barcelona have been a bit shaky, and I do think that Ter Stegen has made a couple of good saves. But I would fancy Arsenal to go on to win this game after that first half performance. Depends on what we do. Maybe we could look at doing something with. I'm obviously a big fan of Kieran Tierney. I think putting him on at left back and maybe moving Timber over to right back.
Yes.
See what happens there, because then you've got one inverted and then Tierney is allowed to bomb on and do his thing. I think that'd be good to see.
People are correcting you in the comments saying Lewandowski got the goal, but I mean, come on.
Apparently, well, that's what it looks like. I think they're right because I saw the number 9 score. I think that was him. I think they're right, you know.
But I do think that aside from that, he's not really done much in the game.
Yeah, you can say that, but then that's what Lewandowski scores. He only needs one touch, don't he? You know, because I think he's been anonymous, but if he scored the goal, he's done his job, hasn't he?
Yep, I guess you could say that.
I don't think he's been outstanding. I don't think anyone has. Let's be real. I don't think anyone's been outstanding. I think Saka's probably been the best player on the pitch, but he still missed the penalty.
Unfortunately, yeah.
He did, but yeah, listen, he's got to make sure, and this is what I mean, penalty taking, next penalty we get, it has to be Saka taking it. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't be...
Saka,
yeah. He has to score. For me, he's got to score because, you know, he's missed 2 now in a row. You don't want him to go confidence down. You don't want to go, right, you're no longer taking the penalties. We've got to get him on there. He's got to score.
That's a good point, Dan.
Big Ash Super Chat says, guys, it's a freak deflection. He's talking about the goal.
Possibly,
watch it again, not Ramsdale's fault. Very happy with our performance so far.
Absolutely,
looking forward to the season. I'm still in two minds because at first when I saw it, I thought definitely Ramsdale could have done better.
Yeah, same.
When I saw it again, I thought, it was a bit of a significant deflection. However, Dan made the point, and I do see where he's coming from. Was his foot placement right to begin with? Now, that is the issue. But you know what? I'm not going to throw him under the bus completely.
No, likewise,
I'm just raising
and we're
the
only
issue.
questioning it as well, saying, was his starting position right? If people in the chat are seeing the replays, we're not at the moment. If Ramsdale's starting position was correct, then it's a mad deflection, of course.
And let's not forget, he's made a couple of decent saves. I mean, even when they scored their goal,
he made
it was a good first save.
Yeah, it's true.
We've got to be fair to the guy. You know
Absolutely.
But I did agree with that last super chat in terms of when he was talking about the performance. I think it's been pretty good. Okay, we conceded 2 goals in a game that we should really be winning. But I do think that the performance is certainly much better than the Man United one, wasn't it? They looked a lot more industrious. You like that one? Industrious?
Yes, I like that one.
A lot more dynamic. Bit more creative as well than the other day.
Bit more enigmatic. How about that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
A little bit more pleasing from Kai Havertz that half as well.
Yeah,
I must say, you know, I'm really wanting him to do well because obviously we've signed him for a lot of money and he's getting a lot of stick. And that was a promising first half from him. He wasn't outstanding. He wasn't all over the pitch. But what he did do was well, in my opinion. You know, he kept the ball well. He passed it, made it move.
And he scored.
He scored a goal.
And
he also did a great bit of play for the Jesus miss, which was a great bit of play from Jesus, to be fair. But unfortunately didn't come off. But yeah, Kai Havertz was great there as well. So let's see more of that, man. Hopefully he's taken off now that we're just finally seeing him.
He scored against Barcelona. I'm on cloud 9.
There you go,
Havertz hive is cooking. We're happy.
I'm starting to see already. I think the Havertz signing is going to cause a lot of discussion amongst fans.
Of course it will.
I think every time he scores, you're going to get people like Jack saying, "Look, I told you."
Be like a split between the families.
and then other times there's
Had a
gonna
few
be
players like that, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have.
Granit
It's going to be
Xhaka,
one that divides opinion.
Yeah.
that fan, bro.
even Mesut Ozil, he was a bit
Mesut,
like that.
yes.
Yeah.
You know.
1 minute.
But with me, I'm trying to keep an open mind. The problem is, though,
Same.
you know what it's like, Dan? Every time you say something not complimentary, everyone's going to jump in your case and saying, "Oh,
Of
you're
course.
criticising."
And sometimes
When
when you're
you're
not
just trying
being
to be honest.
when you're not being complimentary, you're just raising a concern.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you hate the club and you're going to
Exactly.
go and put a Tottenham shirt on. Do you know what I mean? I don't get why you can't question anything within
Exactly.
your football club. Of course you can.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean you hate the club or hate the player
No.
or hate the manager or hate the owner or whatever it be.
No.
You can question. I don't
Of course
think we're
you
getting
can.
this right.
That's what good fans
football-
do. You're there to
I think
question
so.
the club.
As
And
long
a
as
lot of
it's
people
respectful.
don't
Causes debate.
See, this is where I differ with a lot of. If you're a well-intentioned fan and you make constructive criticisms or you ask questions, to me that is what a good fan should do. You don't just sit there and everything.
Totally
club
agree,
do,
Laurie.
You agree with it.
Totally agree.
No.
You have your right as a fan to, ask questions and to.
You can sit on your
express
hands if
your
you
thoughts.
want to. That's
Yeah.
fine. And then, go support your club
Don't
how
have
you
to
want to.
co-sign every single thing.
Exactly.
Under the guise that I'm this fan, everything they do. No. Yeah. Anyway, Anthony submitted a super chat. He makes a decent point here. He says, "Do you think we are playing Timber at left back because Arteta isn't confident about Tierney, Zinni, and Tommy?" I personally don't think so. I think it's an option because
an option.
Timber. One of the things I learnt about him before he come to the club is that he's very versatile.
Yeah.
And he can play in different positions. And I think the manager's been quite smart in having a look at him in various positions.
Well, it looks
on
like
this
he's looked at them all
pre-season
so
tour.
far. We've seen Kiwior, we've seen Tierney, we've seen
Yeah, cool.
Tomiyasu, and now we've seen Timber at left back. I think, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I'm going to put it out there. I wonder whether Kai Havertz has got something to do with that. Because he's playing in that left eight. And
That's
he
what I
needs
think.
somebody behind the left back. He's now looking
do the running.
Who does he suit best? And at the moment, I would say he suits
Just
Timber.
someone that's going to tuck in a bit more and cover him in the middle rather than bombing around the outside of him.
Yeah, I think he's
I
looking.
tell you what, it certainly seems to be working today anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good, Timber. I'd say he's
Yes.
up there, one of our better players for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certainly in terms of the first half, I think Saka's been outstanding.
Oh,
Okay,
brilliant.
We spoke about the penalty that he missed, that was poor. But literally everything else he's done has been really good. So
Yeah.
he's looked good. Anyone else?
He's just sort of got
I think
that aggression
Jesus
now,
is
hasn't
looking
he?
good.
Gabriel J, yeah.
He's
Gabriel
sharp.
J's played well.
Yeah, Timber and Jesus for me. I don't think anyone's been shocking. I don't think anyone's played badly. I think Thomas Partey's got a lot of the ball and kept it ticking in
Yeah.
there. And we've mentioned Trossard as well.
Trossard's been good.
So
Yeah.
I think we're having a good game, man. I think it's been a good game. And long may it continue for this second half.
Yeah.
B-Dub says, last 10 games, Ramsdale's conceded more than saved. I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest.
More than saved. I don't know about
But
that.
I think with Ramsdale, I think Dan touched on it earlier. I think because he didn't have such a good game in the last game, any mistakes that he makes in this game is going to get highlighted.
100%. And
so
goalkeepers,
that's-
isn't it? It's a
Yeah,
goalkeeper thing as well.
exactly,
It's the modern way,
I
though,
like
isn't it?
Ramsdale.
Yeah.
It's
It
the-
is the modern way.
It's the modern way that you don't get these sort of shot stoppers anymore, like your Edisons, Onana at United.
Yeah.
They're going to make mistakes.
They are going to make mistakes.
At the sacrifice of, you've then got someone that's better with their feet,
Yeah.
He might contribute to making 1 or 2 goals happen and let
a
one
lot.
slip the other end.
A lot. But at the same
Should the
time,
manager maybe be looking at playing someone else in the pre-season game? In goal? I mean,
Well,
there's still a
he's-
couple of pre-season games
Not
left,
for me.
obviously.
Not for me.
No?
Because I think you need to get your number one goalkeeper solidly communicating with your backline. And there's no point switching the goalkeeper around all the time, for me.
Well, we bought
Makes
one.
sense.
yeah, that's fair enough. But what I would say, if Aaron's mistakes are going to be highlighted, then his saves and his assists have to be highlighted as well.
Yep.
Fair.
Another super chat here from Tony says, Zinni, Tommy, Tierney have one thing in common, injury. I don't think injury has affected the manager's thoughts with regards to this game. I think like what
Anyone
me
can
and
get
Dan,
injury.
me and Dan are suggesting that the manager's having a look at combinations.
Yeah.
So he's paired Timber with Havertz. And I have to say, so far anyway, in this game, it's looking like a good match. We're about to get underway in the second half.
I think he has got a bit of a point there with the whole injury thing. If they're all injury prone, so maybe seeing, if worse comes to worse, can Timber play there? Like we seen at the end of last season when all our right backs were getting injured, we saw Partey go there a bit
Yeah.
into right back. It's just like if we need to, can we?
Yep.
So maybe
Yeah.
it's just sort of sounding out
You can
the
play there.
possibilities.
Here's a question for you. When was the last time Kieran Tierney was injured? Does anyone know? You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
I think so, but it's a long time ago.
Long time ago.
It must have been. Was it in his second season with us?
It's April 2022.
Wow.
So end of the season before last.
Yeah. So people say he's always injured. Get rid of him. Tommy Yasu's been injured more than Tierney. Should we get rid of him as well?
He has, and
I don't get all that. I just don't understand
Barcelona
why
making a
sell
few
players.
substitutions.
Yeah,
They think you're injured. Like just,
The thing with Tierney for me is there's like a technical drop off, and that's not like a slight against him at all. It's just the way that we want to play, how comfortable Zinchenko is on the
on the
ball.
ball,
that when he comes
Zinchenko
off.
by far is better. Oh, Smith Rowe's on.
Emil Smith-Rowe's coming on.
Like if you want your fullback to bomb down the line and be defensively solid, whip crosses, I think Tierney's
Then
amazing.
Tierney's your guy.
But I
And you
just
need
feel-
different variations, don't you? of fullback?
just
Who's
sometimes
sorry to interrupt, but
Emil
who
come on
is
for?
Kounde's coming on for Barca?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who is
Could be Kai.
Smith-Rowe coming on for?
Could be Kai. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I
I
imagine it's Havertz.
I would
but-
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Trossard.
Or Leandro, yeah, one of the two.
I thought I saw Trossard on the pitch.
Okay, maybe it's Kai's come off then.
Yeah, it's just with the way we want to play, sometimes when we have sort of this set system of our fullback going in midfield, just the technical drop off, doesn't look a bit comfortable, a little bit shaky. He doesn't really
I think
want
you're
it.
right. He's a quality footballer, but for the system that Arteta wants to play,
exactly.
he ain't up there with Zinchenko, and I agree with that.
No, he's not. He's
I
not.
liken it a bit to the Rob Holding thing as well. I don't think he's necessarily a bad player,
No,
but the
not
way we
absolutely not.
play with the high lines and playing out
Yeah.
from the back, that makes him look shaky.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Rob Holding.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I think if you put him in somewhere like Everton, where he's just got to sit in his box, head balls away, and when he gets it, clear it, I think he'd be.
I think
I
it's,
think it's
Oh, there you
got
go.
more to
Havertz,
offer.
Havertz is off for
It's Kai.
Smith Rowe. There we go.
Hey.
Told you, Jack. He'll do well and he'll get taken off. That's what I said, wasn't it?
But I don't want him to shine.
Well, listen, he has shown, hasn't he? He scored the equaliser.
Yeah, he
sorry.
had a good
right, we're
off.
back underway. Second half has started. The boys said there's been a substitution.
I'll tell you, your guy's been subbed, man. Ario, the yellow card guy, he's off.
Oh,
He's off, man.
And Usman Dembele's come on for Rafinha.
I'm looking forward to
Dembele on
seeing.
for Fini. They've made a load of changes,
Ansu Fati.
They
Barcelona.
have.
They've made about 7 changes.
Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres, yeah.
Wow, they've
Okay,
made,
yeah, no, the whole
they've made
team.
more than 7.
Can I not
They
just have
just
one?
got a different 11 out.
You've not got one graphic for
Oh,
this.
that's a touch.
Lovely.
Oh,
Hit it!
Oh,
Hit it!
that would have been a goal.
That's superb football.
Trossard on the.
Go on, Leandro.
Oh,
well
that's
done,
class as
Leandro.
well. Ref!
Oh, unlucky, Leandro.
Come back.
Pay them, yeah. It's lovely skill from Gabriel J. Absolutely fantastic skill.
Yeah, it was. He's had a good game for me,
Yeah.
Gabriel
He has
Jesus.
played really well.
That's a ball. Go on, Saka. Chase that.
Lucky.
He just seems got so much stronger, like upper body strength, Saka. He's bullying people now.
Fantastic.
I think the kid is incredible. Like what he's been doing.
It's unbelievable.
Phenomenal at that age.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Got super chat here from NYC Live 67. He says Ramsdale isn't worth 80 million, but we will kick your ass today. Seems like he's a Barca fan, and Ty is deluded as always.
Next.
Visa El Barca, bigger fish to fry. FC.
Next. Well,
Always a bigger fish.
Well, at the moment, somebody's is getting kicked and he won't be yours. Next.
Big Ash says Timber already looks like a first team player though. Amazing signing by the club.
Yeah.
For me, he already looks better than Tierney in Arteta's system.
No, I wouldn't say that.
It's a shame to see how under the radar it went. 'Cause we were so caught up in the Rice saga that Timber sort of came out of nowhere, and it was like, oh, cool. No one really spoke about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Because it
Margin
came out of
Rice is a
nowhere, and it was
massive
like,
signing, though, isn't
it was like, oh, the deal will get done. There was no sort of
Yeah, it's true,
nerves
it's true.
or anything. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's true.
Trossard's feet are so quick, man.
He is
Great.
very good in tight situations.
Yeah. Look a bit like Alexander Kleb, remember?
Yeah,
Alexander
I remember
Kleb,
that.
yeah.
Before he was a quality player.
He was. He would never. He would never lose the ball. You couldn't get the ball off him. You stuck to him like a magnet.
Have that. Well done.
Smith Rowe,
Yeah,
tidy
yeah.
enough.
Talk about wanting players to do well. Emil Smith Rowe for me. I really want him to do
No,
well this
agreed.
season. I really
He had
do.
a difficult season last
He
year.
did,
with
man.
injury.
Injuries killed him.
Injuries
but
again.
you forget he got, was it 12 goals, 7 assists or something?
He was top goal scorer the season
Top
before,
goal
yeah.
scorer.
And he had a good Euros, didn't he? For
Very
England?
good,
He did, and he won it.
21.
He looks a lot. He bulks up a bit. He just looks a bit stronger about him. You know, we talk about Saka Jack. I'm the same with Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, just from his image, I'm thinking, yeah, you've been working hard, man. I just hope it works well for him. And he's been training in this attacking 8 role apparently as well. So
Okay.
he's obviously in our plans, which is great because there was rumours about him going, wasn't there? I'd never wanted him to go.
Yeah, rumours
I
though.
wanted him to stay, man. I think he's a top talent.
There was rumours saying there was like growing pains as well last year. He had like
really?
he had like his injuries mixed in with growing pains, which he was just always getting this like discomfort.
Oh,
Well done,
Good take from
Ramsdale.
Aaron.
That's good. Well done, Ramsdale.
that's where Barca are quite dangerous on the break there. You saw that move. They're very quick.
God, that was an ask.
Lucky.
Wow.
He nearly got it as well.
He did, yeah.
He nearly got. This Bukayo is unbelievable.
He could
really is.
play every single day and won't get tired. I wouldn't be surprised if he's playing Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup.
No, Jack, you're right, but the thing is, he must not be allowed to.
No, he can't play.
He has to rest up. He must rest up. Him and a lot of players who are going to play alone must rest up. Him, William, and others have to rest up. Even when they don't want to, they have to.
What's the one position you reckon we need if we got one more signing? Because people are saying we need Saka depth, some are saying we need a striker, some say we need a centre mid.
I would
It's got to be a
say
striker.
Need all 3 for
a
me.
striker and a centre midfield.
You can't change the question.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But I don't know. I think
No, centre mid, I think still.
Yeah.
because I think
Even if we keep Party.
Yeah, because we just got one injury to him and then we're back to Jorginho El Nini again, innit? I don't mind Jorginho, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like we could do a lot better. Like if Rice gets injured, what happens? That's what
God
my
forbid.
point is.
As he is today, apparently.
Exactly. We got Party, Havertz and Erdegaard. I'm not sure, man. Not sure. Centre forward as well is another one.
I would say
Maybe
that's
it's a
where I would
centre forward,
prioritise. For me, I think the striking position is crucial.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, actually.
We've not seen Eddie yet. Oh, that's a great ball by Ramsdale.
Unlucky.
the thing is, Jack, you're saying about that position. I think you're alluding to. I still think if Nicholas is still there, he'd be great cover for Bukayo. I really.
I'll bring Pepe back.
That's what I mean, because if he's still there, he's why not?
Last season, I think he'd been perfect.
He would have
when
been.
Saka was getting burnt out, I'd genuinely have.
Bring him on.
I'd have Pepe back in a heartbeat.
I would as well.
Like the lower Champions League games, off the bench.
I never minded Pepe. A lot of people slated him. No,
Very talented.
I think
Very
the
talented.
manager doesn't really rate him.
manager wants him gone, doesn't he? So
I think that's obvious as well.
But he's got 1 year left on his contract, and we're apparently willing.
Oh, look, this is
on.
interesting.
Go on.
Oh, there we go.
how does he miss that?
Bukayo, he should have had a hat trick.
Yeah,
Pepe scores that.
He's got to score that, really.
He's got to keep that down.
Yeah, but just saying with Pepe, he's got 1 year left on his deal.
Is there an injury there, son?
No.
Why is Arteta motioning to them?
Oh, that's quite poor, to be fair, from Saka. He's got to do better. there.
Yeah, he's got to score that, really.
Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah. Well, then if
He's got 1 year left on his contract, and
Exactly, and
there's rumours that we're willing to terminate his contract and pay him off, but just
you
give him a
listen
year.
for that.
I think you guys are missing one crucial point.
What, he didn't sign him?
The
manager don't want
manager
him.
clearly does not rate Pepe.
Fair
so
enough.
regardless of what we say.
Yeah, but that's fair enough, Laurie. But if he's still being employed by us, he's still getting paid. It's not as if he's not getting paid. Then use him, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I said, the manager doesn't believe in him.
That's fair enough. But if he's still getting
We
paid,
believe
you
in
can
him.
use him. Exactly.
Yeah, but you're not picking the team with respect. You know what I mean?
So what's he doing then? What's Nicholas doing then? What's he doing
I
then?
think they'll sell him if they get a decent offer.
And if we don't,
He's
what
not
then?
featured
He's
on
got, he's
this.
got the Saudi league written all over it, that does.
This is a Barcelona counter-attack.
Possibly.
They do look
Good
good
play
when
from
they.
Barca.
Oh, that's close.
That's Rafinha again.
Dembele, very good player.
Yeah. That's Rafinha again.
It was then Dembele that had the shot.
Oh, it's Dembele. Sorry, I thought it was Rafinha.
Dembele.
It's lucky it wasn't Dembele. That's right, Dembele. It's lucky it wasn't Rafinha. Because if it's Rafinha, it's probably a goal. If we're honest.
Barcelona showed there where their strengths lie, which is counter-attacking.
Yeah.
They're very good on the counter-attack, good
Ooh,
pace.
Lovely touch from Martin. Go on,
Nice
Gabriel
play.
J. It's a lovely one too.
This is a
Back
good game.
inside. This great play. One more, look.
Go wide.
One more.
Go wide.
How long's he taken there? Oh, that was
corner.
poor as well. Have that.
Oh, unlucky.
Wasn't it a corner?
What do you think about Sambi?
Albert's another one.
He's just sort of he had he didn't go to Nuremberg, did he? Because he had a little injury, and then we've
Time
not
to go,
seen or.
He's another
think
one. The
already?
manager.
Ain't good enough, Sambi Lokonga now.
I think he needs a loan.
He's another one whereby it's obvious to me that the manager's got no faith in him.
I think Lokonga,
I think you can put-
Tavares,
Yeah.
Nuno as well.
Cedric, like Runnison, Holding, they've got to go for me.
Yeah.
Just it's time. We're going for a title now, not scraping in top 4.
But the thing is,
Runnison definitely.
Runnison.
Alex and maybe Cedric, but I'd still keep Nuno and Albert. I think Albert needs a loan, and I think Nuno could
He was
be
on
very.
loan at Palace, so I don't think he
Crystal
went
Palace,
very well, actually.
But I think he needs another loan, and I think Nuno could still be an option. We could still get some use out of him.
What position though do you think?
I think he's got to be forward because it showed that he's not a defender.
Yeah.
He's similar to Andre Santos. He wasn't a left back. He was a forward. That's what.
Oh, that's not filling me with confidence.
No, but what I'm saying is that Andre was not a defender.
No.
Hence him scoring the goal at Stamford Bridge. Hence him scoring a very important goal
Oh,
at
that's
West
good by
Brom
Barca.
to help us to get third place in Champions League because he's a forward. And Nuno is shown that Nuno's not a forward. Nuno is a forward. He's not a defender. Nor was Andre. They are forward players.
It's a more even second half. I think Barcelona are
It's more.
better in this.
Barcelona have tightened up a bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
And we're not controlling it as much as we.
That's why
should.
when you get those chances like what we just had with Saka, you
Because you
take
have to bury
those.
them. Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you don't take it, you can, especially with a good counter-attacking team, which Barcelona clearly are.
Well done, Gabriel James.
That's good. Go on, then,
So good at
Trossard.
pinning this man.
Lovely.
There has to
skill
be
from
a
Leandro.
shot.
Well done. Oh no, it's
Get
Trossard.
in there, Leandro.
No, it's not goal.
That is.
It is.
So why is the referee pointing as if he's offside? Sorry,
No,
Leandro.
he didn't. I think it's because Trossard weren't jumping over.
He put his hand on his head. I thought he said, "Oh no." Has he ruled it out?
No, he does that celebration where he puts
That's
his
an
hand over his
outstanding
arm.
Brilliant.
goal.
Oh, is
Do you
it-
know
is
what?
it that?
He's been brilliant today as well.
Come on, Leandro.
That pin from Jesus is world class.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
man.
Absolutely brilliant.
Perfect to that.
This is lovely from Leandro, though.
Front three tonight. They've
Oh, he's
killed
done the
it.
celebration. Oh, I thought he put his hands on his head. Sorry, Leandro. Well done, Leandro.
I tell you, that is
Straight
a
from Ramsdale.
fantastic
That's a class
goal.
goal.
Superb.
Straight from Ramsdale.
I think it's fair to say on this tour, Arsenal have scored some very good goals.
And Leandro's been played very well on this tour as well.
Remember the MLS All-Stars game? We scored
Yes,
5
he scored
in that game.
brilliant. Yeah.
And a 4 of them.
All
Yeah.
good, but the penalty.
Superb.
Was
Even
the
the
only
penalty
one.
was
Yeah,
good.
like the little hop from
Yeah.
Jorginho.
Unbelievable.
For me, mate, that is a brilliant goal, man.
Yeah.
Scored from a goal kick.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a good
Route
game.
one.
It's been a good game, you know, hasn't it?
Dare I say it?
It's been a
Route
good
1
game.
football. I
Two
think
good
we
sides.
overall we deserved that. Although, like I said, Barcelona did make a better start in his second half. They
did.
But yeah, Dan, you did say that it's going to be a high-scoring game. Looks like
Yeah,
you're
he
going to
did
be
say
right.
Yeah, I just, you know, when sometimes you can tell from the off, can't you? And neither side was starting cautiously. They were, both sides looked to be going for it. And early goals always mean one thing. It opens the game completely up, doesn't
Sure.
it? So for me, it's been a good game so far. I've enjoyed it.
Yep, me too. Especially the scoreline: Arsenal 3, Barcelona 2. Crowd is definitely getting their money's worth. And I hope you guys at home are enjoying it too.
They brought on De Jong.
Sorry?
That's what they
I
brought
think
on.
De Jong come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely touch from Thomas.
He's my dream signing for the rest of the summer.
that'd be
Really?
amazing.
Frankie
signing
De Jong,
that.
out of anyone, any position, give me Frankie De Jong any
Even
day.
more-
But even Mbappe,
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. That would be.
out of anyone, that's
Yeah.
even Mbappe. Nah, you can't be
I'm
No, it's his opinion,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
really putting him in the realms of realism.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, 2. Oh, lucky.
But I think De Jong's fantastic. I think
Yeah, he's a great player.
hold him midfield, put him in the 8 as well. I think he can do it all.
I think you can play 6 and 8, De Jong.
Yeah.
I like De Jong. I'm going to go Caicedo still, but I think I've kind of accepted he's off to Chelsea.
Well, I don't know if he is, Dan,
Do you not?
because I don't think Chelsea are going to stump up the money. I really don't. And Brighton are steadfast because he signed.
I think they'll
A
pay the
contract.
money.
I think that Champions League clause has really ruined them.
What is that
Exactly.
then?
So apparently, it's not like confirmed, but it's rumoured that Caicedo has a clause in his contract that he can go for 80 million to a club in the Champions League, which is why.
Why aren't we over
Chelsea
that?
are
Which is why Chelsea are bidding 80 and saying, well, you'll let him go to other
Oh, this
clubs
is-
like that.
Go on
Put
then.
him in!
Got an
on then.
overlap. Oh,
Oh, Why didn't you put him, and Leandro, why didn't you put him in?
He wanted to score himself.
You should have put him in.
Unlucky.
I think when you score,
Okay, that's
Still
interesting.
on there, still up though.
You do,
come on.
but you know. That's interesting,
that's
Jackie.
a good ball.
Finish.
Smith Rowe
Smith Rowe.
Oh, lucky.
fell nicely for him, but
He did
couldn't
fall
get the
nicely.
shot off properly.
I don't think he's going to go to Chelsea. I really don't.
I think he will.
I think
I
they're
don't think
just
he
saying that if he goes for 8,
hope he don't
if
go
he's
there.
worth
He
80
should
to
be
like
over that.
Champions League clubs, then they only want to pay 80. They don't want to pay an extra 20 million just because they're not in the Champions
Well-
League. Whereas Brighton are saying, well, one, we want Levi Colwill.
Well, this is interesting.
Yes.
We want as much money as we can get.
That's
Yeah.
true. And also, Jack, that's a great point. Also, they got stung by selling McAllister for cheap. So they're not going to get stung again.
Yeah.
That was a foul, wasn't it?
That's
It
what I
looks like
thought.
he's giving a foul.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's giving it.
This is Kessier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Frank Kessie. I tell you who has been pretty good for us today as well. Thomas Partey.
That's
He
definitely
has.
foul.
He
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, he has. He has. He's been absolutely solid.
Got a super chat here from Big Ash. He says, "Let's praise Ramsdale for that pre-assist too."
Absolutely. Big,
Yeah.
big,
Jack did mention that, to be
big
fair.
abs.
Yeah.
Or, what was the name?
Big Ash.
Big Ash, yeah, you're right, Big Ash, absolutely, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. if Aaron's mistake is going to be highlighted, big him up for when he assists and makes great saves, which he
Fair
does
play,
on a
man.
regular
Fair play.
basis. Hence him being our number one.
So free kick on the edge of the box.
Good ball in, Bukayo.
Saka's over it.
Yes,
Short one.
hit it!
Oh,
Oh,
great shot.
save.
Smith Rowe.
What's Smith Rowe?
Good save by the keeper.
It was a good
Taken.
save.
No,
it's someone else.
Yeah,
Ter Stegen's gone off. Go
Good
on, Emil.
strike by Smith Rowe. He looks confident today, actually.
I like Emil's
Doing that
tattoo.
one. Oh, that was goal bound.
That was a
save
really
by
good
the
hit,
keeper.
that.
Yeah,
Go on then, make the most of this.
go on, Emil.
Smith Rowe's got a few tattoos there. I see
He
his
has.
sleeve there.
On Saliba's head, come on.
Saliba.
Need some good delivery on this.
Yes, well, it would be for Bukayo. Head.
Not-
Go on. Ah.
Go on, Gabriel J. You still got it? Yes. Ooh. Ooh, well done. Go and open it up, Martin. That's a ball. Get your head on that. Yes, yes, yeah.
Unlucky.
Oh, lucky.
Let's see what he was doing there.
An hour gone and Arsenal 3-2 up. They're looking like they're slowly taking back control of the game because
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that in the initial stages of the first half, Barca had started well, but
Second one.
second half. But now I think Arsenal are regaining back control of the game,
Yeah,
forcing Barcelona back.
Yeah.
But they're still quite threatening on the counter-attack.
They
so
are, and
we've
this
got
is
to be
what
watchful.
we've got to be mindful of.
Absolutely.
Lovely control from Aaron. Lovely control. He's very, very, very comfortable with his feet. Having said
Do you
that,
think so?
He put the ball like this, but I think so.
Who's that?
Aaron,
I'm not so sure.
have you seen the
No,
kind
I
of
don't
goals
mind.
we've scored from his assists?
I don't
No,
mind.
I'm talking about in playing the ball out from the back. and stuff.
Absolutely, no, that's what I mean. You've seen he's had a lot of assists, you know. Started from him.
Right, substitution. Martin Odegaard's coming off. He's had a decent game. Fabio Vieira. Now, this is a man that
Fabio.
needs some good performances,
Games,
isn't it?
yeah,
I think it's fair to
absolutely.
say.
I think he can be another important player for us this season, next season.
I think it's fair to say that overall he's been disappointing, hasn't he?
Well,
30 odd million.
Yeah, he has
Came to the
be.
club with a big reputation.
I'm not a huge fan from what I've seen. I know Ty said he could be a really
Yeah.
important player, but he needs a big,
He needs to
big,
step
big
it up,
step
though.
up
Yeah,
for
he
me.
does, he does.
Big
does.
step up.
yeah, it's fair enough, but the thing is, he might have been, he'd be disappointed. But when I see a goal from about 30 yards at Brentford, it shows me he has the talent.
When was that?
That was last season when
Yeah,
we beat
when
Manchester
was
United. When we beat Brentford 3
When was that?
last season
Yeah, when?
against Brentford.
What month was that?
That was September.
Right.
12
so
o'clock
that's
kickoff.
nearly a year
Anything
ago.
else? What did I have for lunch that day? Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make was that was nearly a year ago. He needs to.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is that goal was.
I heard what you
incredible.
said.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there is talent there, isn't there?
Yeah, without a doubt. Otherwise, he wouldn't have paid 35 million
No.
for him. But what I'm saying, he needs to step it up.
He does need to step up. Agreed. He does, but I think he can be.
Oh, that's
This
great.
is
Great.
This is
play.
great skill for.
Oh, look at that.
Super
Oh, he then even
play.
not make the ref as well.
Come on, Emil.
Go on, Emil.
Emma Smith Rowe looks sharp today, I got to
He
say.
does look sharp.
And so does Trossard on that right
Yes.
foot. Good ball in! Oh.
Okay.
Unlucky Gabriel J. If he gets a boot to that, It's a lovely ball in. Cable J's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Like his tattoos as well.
Have you got any tattoos?
No, I don't.
Would you get one?
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious.
No, I wouldn't get one. No.
If you did get a tattoo, what would you get?
It would be next. No.
That's your trademark, though, isn't it?
Well, no.
Next.
No, because other shops are available. What would it be?
What is available?
Other shops.
What is
I'd have a tattoo.
Explain yourself. What does that mean?
Because next is a shop.
Oh, I see, right.
Exactly. So other shops are available as well as next.
Oh, I see, right.
I don't know.
Bit cryptic.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
That's what it is. It's not obvious.
No, it's not obvious.
Got there in the end.
What would I get?
What would you get? Yeah, tattoo.
I'd like to think I'll
People
get
in the comments,
family.
right? If Ty gets a tattoo, what should he get a tattoo of?
And please,
a referee.
Please be sensible.
Keep it clean.
Exactly.
Keep it clean.
Please be sensible.
I reckon you should get a tattoo of a referee. Or
Why would I do that?
So
I can start slapping it every time. I mean, the tattoo.
Oh, this is
There you
good.
go, that's a good ball.
Smith Rowe's he's taken up some good positions.
Go on, Emil. Oh, unlucky.
That's all he could do, really.
Yeah, that is all he could do. Yeah. I'd like to think I'd get.
Oh,
That's a
well
good one, go on then.
intercepted. Thomas.
Go on, Thomas.
Oh, he's still going.
I thought he was going to shoot.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot.
It's brilliant from
The
Thomas.
shot was on, you know.
He's a little effortless.
Yeah, he's been great, Party. Really good.
I think I'd like to get Arsenal crest, the old crest, and I'd like to get Vic, if I can say it properly at this time in the morning, Victoria Concordia Crescent, because I love that.
Someone's saying here you should get an Aston Villa tattoo. I'm not quite sure.
Why would I
they're
get
saying
that? What would I get that for?
What would it take, Si, for you to get an Arsenal tattoo?
Someone said you should get a
Arsenal-
tattoo of a yellow card.
Next, that's quite. You know what? That's quite funny. I
actually,
like
yeah.
that. No, that
That's a
is
good
what I
one.
do like.
That's a good one.
Who said that? Who said that? I'll give you your props. Whoever said that, because that's brilliant.
Kessie's on the break for
That's
Barca.
brilliant. See, now that is funny. That is funny. Quit your day job. That is funny. Sorry, Jack. Say that again. What would it take?
What would it take for you to get an Arsenal tattoo? What if Arsenal won the Champions League? Would you then get an Arsenal tattoo if we won the Champions League?
I don't know.
No?
Put it this way.
Dembele down the flank.
I'll tell you what it would take.
Oh,
And I
Dembele's
still
done
wouldn't
well.
get it.
Away.
We'd have to probably win the quadruple unbeaten and win every game. Something like that. I don't know. I just think tattoos are too final for me. They do look good on people, but a tattoo's not for me. But having said that though, I'd like to get family if I could. Get maybe
I think you should get one, man.
Nah. I would like
it's
to
come
get.
across.
Well done. I would like to get a tattoo.
Ref.
Oh, it's foul, yeah. I'd like to get a tattoo which you could take off. I'd probably the biggest tattoo I'll get would probably
Take
be
off?
Yeah, like a henna tattoo.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
like the little Spider-Man like chalk
Yeah.
switch you used to get as a kid. You used to wet them.
And you're talking about the transfers that you could put on your hand. Yeah, I used to love them. I used to love
Just
them
get the
on the
little
comments.
Spider-Man sweets.
Yeah,
and put,
yeah, that's right.
put
Yeah,
them in
yeah,
water.
yeah, exactly. I used to love them. It always used to go wrong when I used to do it, but I used to love them. Yeah. His game was coming off. Oh yeah. Oh, Leandro.
Trossard.
Or is it a
Oh, it's a
water
drink
break?
spray.
It's a water break.
It looks like Gabriel and Leandro coming off. You know, but I do like that. Laurie, can you find out who said that? Because I'll big you out to have a yellow card. I like that. Now that's funny. That's brilliant. That's the best super chat so far.
It wasn't a super chat, actually.
Well, it should have been because it's that super. Sorry, it was what a comment.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Whoever said that comment, you can come back. No, I'm only kidding. No, it's brilliant comment. Fantastic. That's the best comment of the night so
Someone
far.
said you should get a picture of Lissandro Martinez, picture of Jose Mourinho,
Next.
picture of Neil Mbappe, picture of Dini.
Next. You shouldn't come back. No, I'm just kidding. Next.
Right, so we're on another water break. Arteta's briefing the team.
Yeah,
As usual, he looks quite animated, as he always does.
he does, yeah.
Players listening intently,
Intently.
as were they might.
Yes.
I mean, Arsenal 3-2 up, Jack, but we're still not like, there's no clear water, there's no clear daylight.
No, we've not
And
killed
Barcelona
it
are
off, but
still dangerous on the counter-attack.
a great
Look at
goal.
that Trossard
Finish.
goal,
It's a
that's a
lovely
great
finish.
goal.
And the age-old thing is, when Leandro's swiveled, it's gone through the defender's legs. And the saying is, once it goes through the defender's legs, it always, most of the time, leads to a goal. So it shows Leandro knows where the goal is. Because obviously,
you know what, that goal that he scored there reminded me of some of the goals he was getting for Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where
Absolutely.
He's cutting in and just...
Well,
I think he's been a great player for us. I really like him.
And one thing we mustn't forget is that this will be his first season with us because he joined in January.
First full season.
Exactly. So that's what we first. So how better will he be next season? You know, with a full pre-season under his belt with us.
Yeah, good point.
You know.
Good point.
Thank you.
Got Kivior, Jorginho, and Tierney all on the
Jakob.
sideline there.
Yes.
All three of them must be coming on.
Yeah.
What do you think of Kivior? He got some mixed
I think
reviews
back end of the season, I thought I was quite impressed actually.
I liked him.
If I'm honest with you, I
Jorginho.
thought when he played, I think it was Sporting Lisbon, he made a real howler.
Yeah,
didn't he? Do you remember?
when he ducked down,
I think I was on a watch along with you.
Yeah,
he does, didn't he?
And I remember it just went wrong for him, but there was a lot of rumours that there was a lot of communication problems when he first joined in terms of the language, and since then he's definitely improved.
Partey's off for Jorginho.
I did feel bad for him. Was it?
And William as
was it
well.
Anfield we brought him on?
Oh yeah,
We were
he got sent off
we
straight
were
away.
2-1 up when we brought him on at Anfield. There you go, mate. Premier League debut. Have fun.
Yeah,
Dan's favourite players on.
Kieran Tierney. Love Kieran Tierney. Come on, Kieran, have a good game. Come on.
No, but I'm a big fan of Tierney's as well. No,
Yeah, so am I.
I love the player, but I love him as well. I just everything he represents.
Well, absolutely.
He's just-
committed, wholehearted.
I love all
solid,
of it.
good, solid pro.
He is, man.
Fantastic.
Oh, look at this.
A very good,
Professionalism.
a fantastic role model as well. You know, you just don't hear him getting into any trouble.
He's just so genuine, isn't he?
He is
is.
so genuine.
I seen an interview and they said, "What do you like to do outside the training?" He's like, "Oh, I'll play my PS5 and eat some chocolate."
Which is
to be
superb.
honest.
Chill out.
Brilliant.
He's
And also-
class.
He's on the ball
Here he
now.
is.
And also,
No one in there
Can he
though.
make the
look.
cross?
No one in there.
lucky.
Why, when he does that, there's no one going in the box? That's what I really get frustrated by.
Now, this is where Barca are dangerous. Look at that break. Look at the pace.
Someone
on
who
that.
knows how to win.
Oh! Good defending.
Well done.
Good defending there by, what was that? Ben White.
And I'll have a quiz for the panel.
Go on then.
What do Kieran and Patrick legend Vieira have in common?
They're both from Senegal.
No.
They both shop at Tesco's.
Obviously, other shops available. They might well do. They might well do.
Go on, what is it?
Super chat here from Aya. She says, why Trossard is threatening, he can use either foot. It's good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, fair play.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right, so go back to that question. What
Yeah.
was that?
What do Kieran and
Kieran
Patrick
Tierney.
have in common?
Have in common.
Yes.
Both played for us.
I'll give you that's very good. I'll give you a clue because I can't give you too much. It's a record that both of them have.
Not injury record.
No. It's more to do with against a certain club. And that's the last clue you'll get.
You got me on that one, mate. I don't know.
Haven't lost a game against Tottenham.
That's right. Yep, that's right. So Kieran, none of them have lost any derbies. So apparently Patrick never lost a North London derby, which is amazing. And Kieran has never lost a Glasgow derby.
Right.
Well done, Dan. Well done.
I thought it was something like that. When you said that record, I thought.
Which is quite interesting.
He's probably injured for the ones we lost.
Who?
Tierney.
Well, I hope not. But you
Probably
know,
why we lost.
no. I mean, in Scotland.
Oh,
What I mean.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Scotland. He's never lost one, you know. So that's some kind of player, you know.
It's an interesting comment someone said here. Trossard is the closest thing we have had since Carzola. So talented. That's
Since-
from
I can see
Sahel.
it.
Since who?
Carzola.
Santi.
I loved Santi, man.
Oh, do you know what?
One of my favourites.
Do you know what? That's a shout.
Oh, that's a bad tackle.
That's a bad. That's
Ref.
Now
a
that
definite
is a
card.
bad tackle.
That's a definite card.
The referee, what's he doing about this? He's not really doing anything of anything, really.
He's just
This should be
pointing.
a card.
He's just,
What's he?
that was a bad one.
It is
and
a
that
bad
was on
one.
Trossard.
It is a bad one.
Is he
the
saying he
ball-
got the ball?
The ball had
He
gone.
must be kidding. He's got to be kidding because he didn't get the ball.
Xavi's there. He's trying to say.
This is what I'm
nothing
saying.
much.
I'm worried about these tackles. I really am.
That looks a bad one.
It
to
is
me.
a bad one. It is a very bad one.
Let's see it again
Look
because
at Mikel.
he's not happy.
He ain't happy. I can imagine what he's saying. I can imagine what Mikel's saying.
I must say, I'm not overly impressed with this referee. He doesn't give me that.
Tell
It's
us,
been poor, isn't he?
tell us something we don't know.
No, he just doesn't give me that sense
What's he
that he's in
giving? I don't
control of the
understand
game.
what
What is
he's
he
giving.
doing now? What are you doing? Look at this.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at that. What's that?
going on with that
Come
then?
on.
that's a potential leg breaker. That.
What's he
That's what I'm
doing?
saying. Listen,
What's that?
listen. We have been so fortunate in these friendlies. We really have to not get serious injury.
That is poor, man.
What? And that was just
He
play
hasn't
on.
even given a free kick. Oh my.
Sorry, man, that's a joke.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
That was possibly the worst tackle.
You know
Yeah.
what? Next for the referee. Next. Oh my.
That ref, what are you doing, man?
Wow. Thank God Leandro's all right.
I hope we don't get any gigs in Champions League when we play, because he's been terrible tonight. Where is that ref from? Does anyone know?
No idea. I'll tell you what's interesting though. Kivior's come over as the right centre back
Yes.
because obviously he took Saliba off.
Yeah, William. Yeah.
So because he's our left centre back, isn't he, Kivior?
Yeah,
Or a cover for Gabriel. So be interesting there because he had a couple of options there. He could have played Ben White in the middle again, or he could have played Timber there, or whatever.
Yeah.
Took someone else off, but decided to come with Saliba off for Kivior. I mean, Kivior's been breaking records and everything, hasn't he, for his pace and agility and
Yeah, that's right.
his leap and everything.
I like Jakub. And he's another one who's his first pre-season with us.
Oh, here we go. Barcelona
And his
break
first full
again.
season.
This is dangerous.
And they've got two men up, got options.
This is dangerous.
He's taking it right on Dembele. Oh, he's hit the
Oh,
post.
Oh
Hey!
my God, that was just such a break, weren't it?
They're very threatening on the counter, man. Seriously.
They are threatening, but I hasten to say, should they be down to 9 men now? Is what I hasten to say. No, it's true. I'm just wondering.
Well, you've not hastened to say it. You just said it.
Well, I thought I'll put the hasten in, you know.
That's out, surely. Yes. But yeah, Barca on the counter attack looked very impressive.
It is a good break. It is a good break.
Dembele hit the post there. Ramsdale beating at his near post again.
He is, but then shouldn't Kieran be quicker to cover that?
I don't know.
You know.
Possibly.
Nah, I don't know if Ramsdale or Tierney can take too much blame there. I just think that the advantage was with Dembele, really. Well, Barcelona, 3 of them, they were going
Well done.
piling in,
Well
going
done.
forward.
Well done. Oh, that's a foul.
Oh, that's a foul,
Yeah,
surely.
he's giving it.
Yeah, it's giving it.
Look at that.
They've caught up with fouls. Do you see that?
Yeah.
They've got 13 fouls now. We had 17, so
I
they've
ain't
caught
surprised
up.
there.
Go.
Let's go.
It's not even a foul because the funny thing is, to be fair, he's even won the ball. So the referee's got it wrong again because he's actually won the
I
ball.
think it's from where he makes the tackle, though.
Yeah, that's soft though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
it
is
was a bit
soft.
soft.
It is soft. I would admit it is soft. But then you could say the referee is soft, so you know.
He's not been the best.
What do you make of that Ferran Torres?
Yeah, he's a good player.
I think he's a good player. I think he's
was
surplus
like-
for requirements at Man City, but I think he's a very talented player.
Because he was hyped, wasn't he? Like, wow,
Yeah, he
he's going
was,
to be
yeah.
quality at City.
was
They
hyped.
just got rid of him quite quickly.
They
And
did get rid of him, yeah.
City don't muck about, man. They've got very high standards in terms of what they expect from their players. If you're not producing,
oh yeah,
you don't hang around long.
that's a Pep thing, isn't it? Pep just wants the best.
He
I
does.
think Ben White, he's had a good game, actually.
Yeah, he's
I
Ben's
like
right.
Ben. I've got a lot of time for Ben.
It's so incredible how he's not in the England squad. You can tell it's not football related because I can't understand.
what is it related
Southgate's
to?
I
falling
don't
out of him,
know.
isn't
I
he?
don't know. It must be something personal.
I remember
Because
watching him years ago. Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm from Peterborough and he came on loan to us
Oh, really?
Okay.
years ago. So I remember watching.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Never
That's a
thought
good
I'd see
ball.
him.
Good
here.
overlap.
and what was he like then?
Really
Tierney.
good, but I never thought I'd see him.
Oh! What a
Leandro
goal!
again. This
Trossard
Leandro.
again.
Leandro.
No, that is a great goal. I've got to say that
Big up Kieran Tierney, man.
there was an element of fortune,
Of course.
but great play. Trossard gets his second
Big
goal.
up Kieran. Well done, KT.
Leandro has been possibly the star of this preseason.
Kieran Tierney again.
Yes.
He's pushing.
Oh,
man,
look
Lily.
at that.
That was class, man.
this
That was
is-
a
look
brilliant
at that.
goal.
Actually, there wasn't no.
But look at the
good fortune. That was just
adjustment.
a great goal.
But look at the adjustment from Leandro though. To take
Yeah, it
that
was.
first
You're
time.
right,
look at that.
Ty. Look at that.
Look at that. That's unbelievable finishing.
That is great by Trossard.
Brilliant, man.
He's pushing.
Great goal all round.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
now. You
He's
know
coming
what?
off now.
Brilliant.
Coming off for Martinelli. And
Eddie
Eddie's
and
coming on
Ketia.
as well, I guess, for who for? Jesus?
After this, I've got to find FIFA. Obviously, other games available. I'm gonna have to try and get Leandro in my team. You know, after this on FIFA because it's amazing. No, I'm telling you because this is absolutely superb from Leandro. I hope I can find a highly. I'm gonna have to look.
Right, so
Balogun on the bench.
No,
he's not on the bench,
not involved.
which is a shame. Which is a real shame.
Arsenal 4-2 up in 78th minute. So it's just under 12.
This is the wonder kid. I think this is the one that played.
He looks
in
very
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
16, 15.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
one that played in the one of the European Championships for Spain at 16 or something.
He looks 16.
I think he played against Atletico Madrid last year at like 15.
Can you imagine?
Ridiculous.
Amazing.
So 2-goal cushion for Arsenal. Hopefully that will be enough to see them out as winners. But you can't write Barcelona off completely because they have looked
Yeah, but you know,
very dangerous.
That's
from
a really
counter-attacking
important goal, that
position.
one.
that's a big goal. That's a big goal. That gives us a bit of a cushion.
We played well, man. Listen,
We have.
Played well.
Saka's missed a penalty as well, so
Exactly.
it could be 5. It's been a good performance, man.
We played well to come back and play ourselves back into.
I think the
contention.
manager will be a lot more happy, Dan, than he was after the game against Man United. Which,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a different performance from that one.
It has been. It has been.
Yeah, to be fair, there were still mistakes in that game, and there's still been mistakes in this one. But we've been clinical, and
We have been clinical.
there's
Much
been
more.
fantastic
Which
goals.
we weren't at Manchester United. Against Manchester United.
Trossard's had a great second half.
yeah.
Leandro, listen, this preseason for Leandro has been, I think it's been spectacular. I'm
Oh, no.
really,
Oh, in the
hit
bar.
the bar again. How much luck are we getting? We are getting a real stroke of luck, I've got to say.
Wow.
Because
bar on the
Dembele
post.
hit the post at 3-2, and now they hit the bar at 4-2.
Who are you starting against Man City on that left-hand side then?
As in-
Trossard's pushing Martinelli all the
yeah,
way for that spot.
You know what?
I can't call it.
You know what? I'd still go Jack with Gabriel, but I would say Leandro is pushing hard because, like I said, we keep on forgetting this is his first pre-season with us and his first full season. Because we're forgetting how well he's done. We're forgetting that he hasn't played the whole season with us.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm just.
I will say
excited,
though,
like
I love
everyone.
I love Martinelli, but
Yeah.
we need that in every position. That's what we need.
Yeah, competition,
Trossard
exactly.
or Martinelli.
Well,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like Zinchenko, Tierney, whatever we talk about, Tomiyasu or so and so. That's what we need in every position. And we don't have
Oh,
that yet.
Rev, come on. Took him out.
Referee,
Look, he hasn't.
is he
given anything.
blue?
No, he hasn't.
playing on.
He's playing on.
Come on,
But if
Rev.
he's injured, ref, if he's
should put
injured,
it out.
he's down.
Just put it. It's a friendly.
Exactly. This is what
They'll
I'm
give
saying.
that.
Oh, bit of naughty there.
Jorginho.
No, it was.
Oh, Fabio, sorry,
Vieira.
Jorginho. You see, but I think what we're saying is, but what about the challenges you've made? That's what I think we're saying. You know, because they want to complain now. What about the challenges that they've stuck on us? I think that's what possibly Ben's saying. It's another bad tackle on Bukayo, which has once again gone unpunished.
Once again, the referee giving that look as if, that was bad by
That's
Vieira,
bad,
though.
and I would
was
say
bad.
that he deserves a yellow card. But what about the tackle on Bukayo? Ben is taking him straight out, so that's fair enough. Oh no, Jorginho, it is
It was
Jorginho.
Jorginho made the tackle.
What
and
about the challenge on
He took
Bukayo?
out his frustration on Fabio Vieira, but yeah, I thought it was a foul on Saka.
Yeah,
That the
look, they
referee
get a foul. Next is all I can say.
I think the referee probably saw the Saka one as a coming together rather than a foul. But I personally thought it was a
Surprised
foul.
he's left Saka on, to be fair. But
Yeah, that's true. That's
But the thing is, the young man is like Teflon. He's very, very strong. He's very, very strong. He's superhuman in football terms. He really is. Because the amount of challenges, and he still, not only does he get up, he gets up to still do unbelievable things. You know, but I don't know if Mikel was saying, I think the time has come now, this young man, he needs protection. He does. He does need protection. Oh, what's that? That looks like flares. Have they little flares?
AFTV pyro.
Pyrotechnics. It's true, right? You are Dan. You are right, Dan. But like I said, Mikel knows that Bukayo's superhuman. But at the same time, we have to be careful with it. You know.
I was worried at the back end of the season, thinking he's going to get a proper injury. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is what I mean.
yeah.
The fact that he hasn't shows how powerful he is mentally
Yeah,
and physically.
yeah.
It's incredible. I was worried as well.
I think he just needed a rest at points though. Like
He did.
He missed the penalty at West Ham and then was playing another 90 and another 90.
He was getting targeted quite a bit, weren't
He did, Jack.
he? Oh, your guys on, man. Cozy Dubry.
Oh, Mario. Come on, Mario.
And Rob.
And Rob as well.
Holding.
Don't forget Rob.
Well, the funny thing is, Jack, you are right, but then what I would say with Bukayo, it's one thing playing.
Gabriel's coming off for holding.
Oh, well done, Gabriel. It's one thing playing for your club side, but why on earth is he playing every 90 minutes for England?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to, and that won't help. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Oh, Robert's got the captain armband.
Surely not.
Yeah, why not? Mario!
So why didn't Jesus?
Yeah, remember, he's the vice captain.
I went to
It's got to be Tierney,
the
surely.
when the World Cup was on. I went to the Emirates for the Juventus game, and Cozy Dubry was sick.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
He was
Yeah,
so
we done the watch
I
along.
know
for
Ty's
him.
been bigging him up from time.
Absolutely fantastic.
Him and
man.
Ethan and Waneri were absolutely brilliant when they came on, man.
Brilliant, superb.
Like, listen, the game was poor, and there were the two brighter sparks, but
He was.
he looks great. That Cozy Dubry, I really like what I see from him, man. So
He was. But then you say that, Dan, the game was poor. Juventus only had 2 chances with their score. That's all they did all
They
game.
were poor, man, as well.
You know.
Right, we're entering to the last 5
6
minutes.
Well,
Well,
they put
nearly
Kivior back over
nearly
them.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, good point.
That's a great ball.
lovely ball.
Go on,
That's a
then.
lovely ball.
Was that
Go on,
by
Eddie.
Fabio
Oh, and then you
Vieira?
get a shot in.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh, lucky.
Oh,
Who is that? Is that
That's,
Kieran?
did he keep that
Fabio
on?
Vieira, wasn't it?
Oh, Fabio, lucky Fabio.
Is that a corner? Did he keep that on?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
well
that's a
done.
great bit of play.
I thought he was
Brilliant
going to
from
get a
Fabio.
penalty there.
Yeah.
That's brilliant from Fabio. See, but he's been honest enough to come
Yeah,
on.
fair play. He kept it on, man.
Got a corner which Fabio Vieira is going to take.
Fabio.
No short corners, man. Put it in, Ross. Oh, what's going on there?
Look at the grabbing though. Look at the grabbing.
Kessie on Kivio.
Kessie on Jakub, yeah.
Oh, look what's.
And the referee's right there.
Oh, goalkeeper missed it.
Off the line.
Give a free kick.
What is he
for it.
given a foul for? What is he given a foul for?
Yeah, I'm struggling to see where there was a foul there.
Gabriel. I still think Gabriel gets the nod. But Leandro's pushing him close because I think what it is that he was very, very unlucky. Because disgraceful tackle from Caicedo ended Gabriel's season. You know. But we mustn't forget the fantastic season he had as well. Absolutely unbelievable.
1 goal away from that Brazilian
This lad
record
up
as
front
well.
for Barcelona does
So,
look
you know,
good.
and he's, like I said, he's only curtailed from injury. Stand him up, Kieran. Well done, Kieran. Well done, Kieran.
Oh.
He's pushed him onto his other foot. Well done, Kieran. It's good. Just good defending.
That's the
This is the
16-year-old
young boy.
lad,
What? He scored a goal in the Euros because I watched it.
What's
He's
his
very
name?
talented. I can't. His name eludes me now, but I know he's very talented. He scored. Unfortunately, Spain lost, but he scored a goal to put Spain ahead or something. He's very, very talented. Hence him playing already for Barcelona at this young, tender age.
16, amazing.
16. But having said that, though, in the Women's World Cup, I think there's a player that played for Argentina who's 16 and she made her debut as well. So, you know, there's a lot of talented young men and young women about in football, which is nice to see.
You enjoying the Women's World Cup so far?
Absolutely. What about you?
I am, yeah.
I thought he was going to say something else then, but I won't say what I thought he was going to say.
I enjoyed the fact that the Reggae Girls got a point against France. That's a phenomenal result.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, though, because you seem to be saying different things.
Who's favourite for the tournament?
You would say?
Do you think they'll be England?
I think so. And the thing is, it's not to downplay England. England are very, very good. But
Oh,
Got to keep the concentration,
that
lads.
was
Come on.
poor.
This is dangerous. Oh, he scored.
Oh, no.
Is that Rob?
And that's why Rob Holding needs to go to Besiktas, wherever it is. What was that?
Oh, Rob.
What was
That was
that?
poor. really.
Concentration, Rob. Concentration.
And the thing is as well, when he does those mistakes, he's not got the pace to make those recovery runs as well.
It's lucky we're fourth. We had a couple of goals, isn't it?
To be
What
fair
happened
to
there?
Barcelona, it looks like they're going to lose 4-3, but you should consider they've hit the post and the bar as well.
Well, and you consider they should have had a man sent off as well. So, you know, it's true. Maybe even 2 men sent off.
That was a shambles defensively from
I
Rob.
was disappointed from Rob. It's
Typical 7 years.
Super chat here from It's Louis. Ty, I need to know, your wife is giving birth, but it's at the same time as Arsenal being in the Champions League. Where would you be? Champions League final?
Next.
I think that's a legitimate question.
Well, I say next. Well, I've said it. I've said it before. And I'll say it again. As much as I love my team, and I do, listen, if
Family
you're
comes
fortunate,
first.
exactly, if you're fortunate enough to bring in a child into this world and you can see them, that will always be the priority.
Well said.
afraid.
It
well
depends.
said.
Thank you. Jack says it depends. Go on, Jack, elaborate.
Does the room have a TV?
No, but
Or does it have strong enough Wi-Fi for Sky Go?
Oh, this is good.
Go
It's
ahead.
open up.
Hit it.
Oh!
Was that Vieira?
Yes,
Yes,
it was.
yes.
Come on, Fabio.
That's what we want to see, man. Players that
Great
need to do
goal.
well, do it
There's
well.
that one in September.
Come on,
Yeah.
Brilliant
Fabio.
goal, man.
In
Brilliant
September
goal.
last year, 1 year ago.
Brilliant goal, man. That's great to see.
This is what I
Great
told you
to
about
see.
the talent. I know it's a pre-season game.
No, that's a great goal.
Great to see, man.
Well done, Ty. Ty's talent ID.
Great ball by Kivio.
No, well done to you, Jack.
Fell nicely to him. Look at that, left foot, right.
a brilliant
with,
goal.
with Kai watch.
Fantastic.
Unerring
move.
accuracy.
Unerring, very good.
Unerring.
Unerring, yes.
Wraps the game up, that does. That's
It does wrap it up.
That's again,
Well done,
hit
Fabio.
back. Concede, hit back
Yeah.
straight away. Really, really good, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
Super chat here from EQ says, big up everyone, and
Big
that's
up.
Sega kit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and
one of
you've
the best
got
away
the
kits.
It's got
legend,
Will Toil on the back as well from the...
Sylvan.
Has to be, man.
Scored the winner at Old Trafford. Anybody remember what minute?
I was there.
So was I. Anybody remember what minute?
I was one. I don't know.
One.
Dan?
It was late
Laurie?
on.
I can't remember the minute.
I'll never forget that minute. I'll never forget that minute. 1 minute. Is that 1 minute or am I seeing things?
Yeah, it is only one
How
minute.
could that
That's
be
it.
1 minute
that is
with all
it.
the injury
15
time?
That's it. That's it.
Now listen,
Well done. Well done.
really
Bounce
good
back well.
performance from the Arsenal. Really good performance from the Arsenal. Defensively at times, I can't lie, a little bit shaky, but moving forward,
What's Mikel
we'll
saying
take
to
it.
Javi?
We'll
They
take
look like they're having words here.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And I can imagine what Mikel said to Javi.
Javi and Mikel look like they're having
Yeah,
words.
absolutely. Because I don't think Mikel's happy with the challenges that he. That
No, if
Barcelona
Javi was the
presented.
one who said something.
I don't know what Javi could say. Mikel's probably saying you're lucky not to have 2 men sent off.
But that was a good game, though.
Well done.
Competitive game. Arsenal winners, 5-3. Some very good
goal?
goals in there.
Very good goals again. Very good goals.
I think I've changed my man of the match, you know.
Who was your man? of the match?
Trossard.
It was Saka, but I'm going to give it Trossard.
Yeah, I'll go Trossard as well, actually.
I just realised
Especially when you consider Saka missed the penalty too.
it's daylight outside.
And we put daylight between us and Barcelona.
We did very
Yeah, it
good.
was fantastic.
Laurie,
Do
very
you know what?
good.
Again, well taken goals from
Oh,
us.
lovely
Superb.
goals.
You know?
Superb.
Really well taken goals.
Scored
I know-
5 again.
Yes.
Just like we
Yeah.
did against MLS All-Stars.
Yes, absolutely.
So you look at the difference between that and United. What happened there? You know, like what was
I
so
think they
wrong
needed
there?
a rocket out their backside.
Yeah, well, listen, we're happy. That's
You
a
seem
really
up
good
for it
performance.
tonight. I think losing that game against Man United probably hurt a little bit. And maybe the manager kind of said to him, listen, man, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Fans come from all over the world to come watch you play.
Yeah.
We're trying to set a certain standard at this club, and you guys fell below that the other day, so I need to see you. That being said, Barca did push us, you know what I mean? They looked very threatening on the counter-attack.
They
Some
did.
very good players themselves.
No, they did.
And even though we won 5-3, we do have to say that they had a couple of really good chances in the
listen.
second half as well.
Well,
so.
listen, if Dembele had scored, that's different because that would have been level, wouldn't
Well, they hit the post and the bar.
bar.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
So-
exactly. But then, you know,
But I do think we were the better team now.
I think so. I think we deserved it. I think we deserved it.
Right, okay, let's start with our assessments of the game. Let's start with Dan. What do you think?
So
5-3?
I don't like to be negative, but the only negative I would say would be the defensive problems that we had again. I think the individual errors are still there, but positives, there's a lot, man. A lot of positives there today. I think there's a good side, Barcelona, as well. You know, when you
Very good side.
played against the MLS All-Stars, everyone said, yeah, they look terrible opposition. But actually, Barcelona didn't look terrible today. For me, I think they're a strong side. And I think Arsenal proved why we are a strong side today, you know. And I think what was great was the front three all performed. Jesus, Saka and Trossard today all performed and put pressure on what we want to be seeing, you know. Mikel Arteta to say, look, I should be starting. And that's what we want from everybody. Thomas Partey really composed in the middle.
Superb.
And I was impressed with Kai Havertz in the first half, I've got to say. I thought he was actually, for a performance that a lot of people will be looking at and zoned in on, I was quite impressed with what I saw. So I'm happy, Laurie, I'm happy. And the goals were very well taken. Very, very well taken today from the Arsenal. So, yeah, man, a good way to end what has been a quite up and down pre-season tour so far. So, yeah.
My man Jack, what's your assessment?
I think if someone's doesn't know anything about Arsenal and they said, what are Arsenal about? That is the perfect just 90 minutes of what we can do amazingly well with this nice interplay in the goals, and exactly what we do horrendously. With sort of the holding mistake at the back and the first goal being sloppy and the missed penalty, that sort of thing, that encompasses everything.
I mean, when you consider as well, like you said, we come from a goal down tonight.
We did.
So, yeah. Ty, what's your assessment?
Yeah, well, I agree what Jack and Dan have said. The thing is, I think it's been an up pre-season, because the only defeat by Manchester United is the only defeat. You know, so there was two wins and a draw. So I think it's been all right.
Yeah,
you know,
overall.
I thought we played really, really well. Like I said, I think if Barcelona player got sent off, it would have changed things. But I think it's a very good win against a very, very good team. A very good team who are reigning champions of Spain. So I think it's a fantastic way to go out. And as long as we can learn what Jack is saying, as long as we can learn and encompass the problems we do have, I think we'll be all right for the season ahead.
Man of the match, let's start with Jack.
I'm torn now between Trossard and Saka. I'll give it Trossard, but I'll give it Trossard.
Dan?
Leandro. Yeah, it was Saka for me. I thought the first half Saka was class. I know he missed the penalty, but he was dangerous. For me, overall, I've got to give it to Trossard because he was good in the first half, but exceptional in the second. So, really good goals, well taken, particularly the first one. Great quick feet for the second. A great performance for me. Leandro Trossard, man of the match here.
Yeah.
Ty?
Well, I agree with Dan and Jack. It would have been Bukayo if he'd scored a hat-trick, which we should have. But then Leandro, I think the finishing from him has been absolutely clinical, lethal, very, very powerful, and it's sending a message in the nicest possible way to the manager to say that, listen, I'm here as well.
That's good.
Thank you. You sound surprised.
No, but for once you're making some positive comments, and you're not talking about referees.
For once, positive. Am I not?
Yeah, but you managed to get through a whole assessment without bringing up referees and tackles and just giving credit.
Don't
to
worry,
the players,
that's coming next.
Good.
No, I'm only joking. Next, that's coming next. Did you like that? That's coming next.
It's Louis from New Zealand. Said, great answer,
Louis.
Ty.
Thank you
Serious
very much.
question on Ramsdale. Do you think adding a keeper that is similar may help him? I have a feeling he'll create more mistakes this season. This may help his form. GG's Barca.
Yeah.
I think he's alluding to. I hope I'm not paraphrasing him.
Sorry, Laurie. And the person who said that we're going to get where are you? Where are you? You said somebody's going to. What did I say? Play that back. I said, and I quote, we won't get kicked. And you did. Next time, don't speak. Shh. Thank you. Unlucky Barca. Try again next week. Oh, next again! How many times will I say next? Obviously, other shops are available.
I'm thinking, what they put in?
It's funny.
Well, not only has it kept you awake, man, it's got you bouncing off the walls.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm always awake.
I'd love to see you referee, Ty. I think for the Claw Cup next year, you should ref.
The funny thing is, I have refereed, and it is very difficult. It's very difficult.
Did you get any cards out?
No, it was a Sunday league.
Where's your card?
I didn't have no cards because I wanted to give their manager a card because he's very, very mouthy verbally. I want to send him off if I could have. So I know I appreciate it is a very hard job. I appreciate it. But if they get it wrong.
Right, okay, got a couple of super chats here before we wrap up. Jacob Wagner says, Havertz got more goals for Arsenal than Mudryk does for Chelsea with a 7-month head start. Let's go.
Ooh.
Diallo says Leo is the 26 million is the steal of January.
Yes, absolutely. I agree, Diallo.
I've got to say, I do agree with you guys about Trossard being man of the match. I thought he was excellent throughout.
Oh, superb.
Took his goals really well, and it's a good sign for the season coming up, which is, let's face it, it's just under 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Let's start with Jack. Are you seeing anything that gives you optimism for the season?
Yeah, all of it, to be honest.
All of it.
I think the mistakes have come from, I mean, the holding one, he's probably not going to play that much. So I think you sort of got to wipe that one off. But we just look excited. And like you were saying earlier, just about we're hitting back. Like we're conceding and we're hitting back. We're not slumping or...
No.
It's never, oh God, Arsenal, I've got to weather this storm now. We've conceded one, let's see if we can ride out 10 minutes. It's, okay, well, let's hit them back. And we're doing it now, which is reassuring to see.
Absolutely. Right, okay then, we're going to wrap this one up. We're coming up to 6:05 in the morning in England.
Gosh.
It's been a long night. The game got delayed by an hour. We hope you stayed up with us.
Yeah.
It's been a very good performance by Arsenal, as the guys have said. 5-3. I think Arsenal were the better team, although, you know, got to give credit to Barca as well.
Yeah.
They come back well, and let's face it, on the counter-attack, they did look very threatening. They've got some very quick,
dangerous.
nimble, skillful players. So you can see why they won the Spanish league last year. They're a good team. So for Arsenal to score 5 goals, get a win over them is good form, especially after the back of that disappointing, let's face it, game against Man United. Bounced back well. Overall, I think the tour's been a success.
Yes.
We smoked MLS All-Stars 5-0. No worries there. As I said, disappointing against Man United, but they've bounced back well tonight to end the tour. 2 wins out of 3. It's good form. Optimistic. Couple of more games though.
Yes.
We've got a couple of games coming up. We've got the Charity
Community Shield and the Emirates Cup.
Before the start of the season.
Monaco and Man City.
So still more work to be done.
Still more work to be done.
I think we're on the up and up. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more content on the channel.
No, before we go, the answer to the question was...
Big up the NHS.
No, that wasn't the answer to that question. The answer to the question was Sylvain, the legend, Vieira scored in the 57th minute.
The 57th
to win us the league at
okay,
Old Trafford.
Is that your favourite number then, 57?
It is when you win the league at Old Trafford.
Super chat here from AB Barney, but he's left no words, but thanks very much for the super chat. But listen, thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you very much.
We are going to be doing a few fan cams, so watch out for those. Getting the guys' final assessments and asking them a few other questions about the game. But thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Make sure you keep it locked and loaded on AFTV. Loads of content. The guys are over there in America. They'll be doing their fan cams and you'll be hearing what they have to say and what they think of the game and the tour as a whole. Thank you very much. See you again soon.
Peace.